Second fire, are we recording?
Recording.
Alright, Oddlot, let's do this.
Woo!
Woo!
Yeah!
Oh yeah.
Good stuff. Make it happen.
Cue the cheers, yay.
Yay.
So, last adventure was a combat-free adventure where we did a lot of role-playing and you guys interrogated, air quotes, a hobgoblin. And Enola, did you smash his foot?
I crippled him.
You crippled him.
Right.
Excellent. In order to acquire some information about several things, and what did you learn?
Not much.
No.
The hobgoblins don't bounce very well.
We did learn that.
That's true.
So you applied the scientific method.
And we didn't have a control though. No control at all.
We'll get there,
But
no,
no.
don't worry.
So basically, I mean, we brought him back to the village in which their people raided before, and we learned that the Goliath or the giants do in fact eat Goliath skin, and that he thinks that we're nothing. Goliaths are nothing, and we're worthless creatures. That's what I learned anyway. If you guys learned anything else, please chime in.
I agree,
I was
honestly,
totally
that's
red-faced. when I
Also,
went
the
in.
frost
Why are
giants
they talking
are
about
kind of
giants?
being ordered around by the cloud giants.
That's true.
Okay.
Evil beasts.
And the hobgoblin base is at
Okay, we got the location of that. You freely
Yeah.
told us that.
at Fort Rhymeshard to the north, where there's approximately 20 kobolds still in residence there. And you did get a pretty good clue that Oberon is somewhere in the Pike Diamond Mines, somewhere down in there, which is where you guys are right now. You're at the very beginning of the cavern down to the mines. But when on the way through, when you encountered the Brecca ruins, you're going through this town, and the fog kept swirling and emerging and re-emerging as different shapes of deceased people who were unable to speak to you, but would often give to you different kind of gestures or other clues or things like that. So,
I did. Tuzard helped me get the banner of Helm down, the one that was tattered.
of course he
And
did.
it is in my possession. Don't think I forgot about it.
Excellent.
Also, we were also told that they make their rounds to gather up slaves and such twice a week,
Approximately twice a week.
and
Yes.
they had recently left the spot that we're in.
That's true.
So we're good for a little while.
A few days.
Okay.
And they saw a cage that might be Oberon go in. He has not come out.
That's correct.
Big steel cage using like weird magical manacles.
Right.
Yes. And so that's where we begin. All of you are standing at the very front, the entrance to the Pike Diamond Mines. And it's a large semicircle, and it's kind of dark, but you can tell that the walls kind of glow blue, like you're going inside the middle of a glacier. And just before you, the fog swirls once more, and it takes the form of a small dwarven girl. And she puts up her hand and she waves like this, back and forth, encouraging you not to go in. And then she swirls and disappears.
Who am I to argue with a big dwarven chick?
Detective, like, is this some kind of an illusion? I guess good or evil?
The spirit is good.
Interesting. This is not a false warning.
Is there another entrance we can use, maybe? If this one's, like, trapped or something? Ned's gonna check for traps.
Okay, go for it.
I mean, we know that this is going to be a bad time down here. You might just be warning us away from that.
20. Not natural.
20. So you kind of look around, you're examining the outskirts of the entrance, and you even kind of glance on the inside. You notice nothing that would resemble any kind of trap or give you a different, make you second guess it.
Alright, well, as Tuazar pointed out, it's probably not the entrance that's dangerous, but what's inside that's dangerous. And I feel we've established at this point that most of us aren't afraid of any danger. And those of us who are hide it pretty well.
Some of us can't even detect danger, honestly, but it's fine.
Excellent.
Bring it. Life is a river.
Okay. So what do you choose to do?
Marching order?
Sorry.
So, but listen, I think we need to give this a bit more of a thought. Right? We've got this misty ghost dwarven thing saying don't go in there. I mean, if you want to go in, I'll go in, bro. But, I mean, something's trying to tell us not to.
Are you worried about going in there?
My old friend, I'm worried of nothing. Maybe a little bit.
You seem worried.
The lady is right. I hear his voice. It sounds like a Goliath's fear gland is
Whoa.
starting to grow.
I mean, it's a dwarven ghost.
So,
Well,
Well, if you want to find this Oberon guy you guys are looking for, I think we gotta go.
would you like to have some of my tonic? It will help calm your nerves, Goliath friend.
No.
I didn't think so, soft drink.
I don't want that tar. Anyway, so marching order? I think
Marching
we should do.
order, good.
Unless anybody else got any concerns, we should go.
Andrew's really worried now that you're afraid.
You should know this. No
Marching
better.
order.
Yeah, I'm first.
Well,
I'm
what don't?
first.
Maybe we should go first to
Sneaky?
do
Are we
sneaky,
going?
crafty stuff.
Are we going sneaky?
Let's go sneaky.
We-
Yeah.
We gotta
I'll
at least put us
sneaky.
on point to see if we can find traps.
Fine.
Okay.
But Nolo's right back there. So
I'll be behind. So look, if they're gonna be sneak, then I'm just gonna kind of like be after them, but not super close.
Yeah,
Right?
and your plate mail is probably a good idea.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be next to them.
That would kind of
Clunk,
defy the whole
clunk,
sneaky
clunk.
part.
Alright, so we're kind of co-scouting.
Yeah, so one of you make the roll and with advantage.
I should let you know I am also quite quiet. No one ever detects me.
This is, it's a 12 plus my modifier, and I guess your modifier? I don't know how we're doing
No, just yours.
Mine?
Just yours.
Okay.
What's the total?
It is 19.
19.
I would like to be in the middle somewhere.
Okay. So as you're sneaking into the mines, and even though you are walking on these wooden floorboards that are situated all the way down through the mine, you manage to be very, very stealthy, very quiet about it. And as you go in, you realize it is getting colder and colder and colder. It is definitely very close to zero inside the mine itself. It is dark, but there are a few kind of look like drift globes that have been buried inside of the glacier walls. So they emit this kind of blue aura all the way, so lighting all the way down. And as you get into the top portion of the mine, in the center, you see that there is this kind of really roughly built scaffolded staircase that descends in almost a rectangular fashion all the way down. And off to the left, there is a pair of mining carts that are joined together, and off to just to the right of the staircase, there is a giant hole, about 10 foot in diameter, and it goes straight down. And to your immediate right, there is a pair of mining cart tracks leading back outside to the other side of the entrance. Kind of a quick way to get diamonds and other stuff out to the actual town and down the mountainside. Otherwise, you see nothing as of yet, unless you want to make perception checks.
Is it quite dark?
We didn't establish.
It's low light.
Yeah.
So
It was you two, and then there was a Nolo.
You can be behind me.
I said Alvin because you're sort of. So Alvin, are you want to be behind him?
Yeah, I'll be right behind him.
And then you'd be next.
Some
Right behind
sorcerers.
Yeah.
Magic men in the middle.
Magic in the middle. I
Magic
like
in the
that.
middle.
No. All right. No. Do you want to be?
I
last,
think it'd
or
be
do
best
you
if
want
I lead the way, folks. Trust me. I'm very
Wait,
quiet.
No.
Can somebody
No,
babysit
he's in
our
the back.
new friend here?
Put him in the
Be
back.
quiet in the back.
I have many pets like
Yeah,
you, little
yeah,
one.
for me,
I
back
think you
with,
should
um,
respect your...
Brookie McGee there.
What?
And
What?
I'll use my dark vision to.
You know, of the shorter members of this party, I just want to say that I'm the tallest.
Jesus.
I'm not the shortest.
In fact, this one thinks you are greater just because he is taller.
Maybe we should stick like.
So, we have Ned and Nolo. Who's after Nolo?
He is taller.
Alvin,
Alvin?
Tuzard,
Okay.
Snow,
All good.
It's all good, baby.
Ariel, and Northwind.
Okay.
I will guide all of you from behind.
Also,
Yeah,
you
the
can
rear guard,
speed
that's a
up.
good place for you, actually.
You can get to
No,
the front
but
pretty easy.
considering your background, that's a good spot. That's actually a really good spot for you.
Yes, I enjoyed the rear.
Considering how gassy he's been.
Fair enough.
It's also
Okay.
What?
So slowly but surely, the rest of the group makes its way into the mine, and it's I think
mine.
yes.
Is it? You said the walls were kind of. Is it made out of ice? Is it?
Yeah.
Major, like,
Yeah. Okay. So it's actually the walls are actual like sheets of ice.
Yes. You're in the middle of a glacier.
I see.
Can I use perception to listen for anything?
Please. Anyone want to help him?
Yeah. I'll,
Okay.
So give him
Then
advantage.
roll advantage.
Me too.
Well, you get advantage.
he just rolls fast. So.
10.
Total.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I got a -1.
What the son of a? Why would you go for that? Well, that was a good shot.
That's okay. So Snow is like feeling very confident, and Snow walks forward and listens around, and you hear something coming from the hole, and you hear a very clear sound of not only drips of water but rushing water from far below you.
What do you hear, my pet? I mean,
How
my
about
friend.
a dark vision perception check?
Hold on.
Running water. Lots of it.
I hear it too.
It's lit, isn't it?
Okay.
Is it dark in here?
It's low light. Tyrael.
Just perception, but I have dark vision, so it should be pretty clear. So no disadvantages or whatever.
Okay.
18 plus.
So he's looking. You were listening, now he's looking. That makes
20.
sense.
You're looking?
Yeah.
Okay. You just everything becomes into sharp focus for you, and you notice that the mining carts are kind of geared towards around the backside to the right, and there is another opening where they would go down. And everything looks to be in relatively good working order, but that's all you see.
I'm going to, attuned as I am with my delicate fingers playing the lute, I'm just going to feel around, feel like any strange vibrations, see how cold.
Okay.
Is the wall really super cold?
Okay.
19.
19. The walls are definitely cold. Yeah, they are definitely made of ice. As you put your finger on it, you feel it kind of melting underneath your hands.
Resisting.
I got it back.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
Put
resisting.
your tongue
urge,
against it.
Just stick
My
your tongue on
lady,
it.
it will be I mean, wonderful.
And other than that, there is just the staircase, the mining carts, and the hole.
Can we ride the mine carts?
The staircase is
Are there
really
carts?
exposed.
Well,
There's two carts.
The mine carts
joined.
are going to be noisy.
So, I
They
do
will
have
add.
some experience with mine carts.
Oh.
You do.
Well, I mean, story related. Yes. I have worked in a mine before. I mean, I don't know really how they work, but I do know that they are quite efficient. So perhaps, yeah, I mean, I could figure it out. We could ride it. Maybe.
All of us will fit.
Will all of us?
I mean, not in one cart.
Between the two carts, you could probably fit 4, maybe 5 of you with a small person.
But perhaps maybe some of us, but for example, my dear friend here and our halflings can all fit in one, but I can only imagine one of us fitting in any of the others. Certainly you.
The carts could fit 2 medium people, or 1 medium person and 2 small people.
Perhaps maybe you and I can go on. How many
No,
carts are there?
We can't go in different spots.
No, we
so
can't
let's
split it.
let's stick together. We don't know where these carts
Let's-
end up, so we're gonna have to go down the stairs.
I mean, it was a group thought.
But-
Maybe we go down.
Well, we
the
can
stairs.
send one aside. One that is
Oh,
stealth.
oh.
Do we have one of such stealth?
What's up? Let's put stuff in the carts and send them down ahead of us as a distraction.
But my many pocketed friend, we don't know where this thing goes.
But if we did
Nope.
that, they'd also know someone was here and here.
Indeed.
And
They're
hopefully...
gonna know that eventually.
Yeah,
Yes, they're
right.
better later
But let's
than sooner.
decide when that happens.
Yeah. Not before we see them.
And
Oh,
hopefully the sound of the running water will mask our movement too.
Unless we have explosives. Do we have explosives? Does someone have a sleeve filled with the sun in it or something?
Probably not.
No, that guy left.
What a scab.
Okay. So what do we choose? Obviously, it sounds like mining carts are not.
I think that's a no to the cards.
Yeah.
Is that-
So scout
Scout.
ahead?
Yeah, let's scout ahead.
Down
The
the
stairs,
stairs?
I guess. That's the only way down.
Or you could look down the hole.
I'll look down the hole.
Okay.
Look down the hall.
Can you help me look down the
Yes,
hole?
you can help you. You will.
You got dark vision? 19.
19 plus whatever.
Perception.
Perception. Well, probably
Nothing.
19.
Okay. So as you look down, it seems like this darkness extends for quite some distance, and you can tell that at certain periods there are light that are different levels of the mine, and you can easily tell there are 4 different levels, and they're not typically like 20 feet like a house would be built. They're much farther. They're farther spaced apart, maybe closer to 40 or 50 feet apart each. So when you're walking down, you're going down considerable distance. So even at the bottom, you're probably down closer to 200 feet or maybe 250 feet.
That's a deep hole.
Yes. And down at the bottom, even the very, very, very glimmer, you see waves kind of just moving. So there is some kind of light source down there, but don't know what it is.
It's a deep hole.
Should we jump down this thing? I mean, not jump without any kind of protection, but like feather fall. Do we have anything like mass feather fall?
Well, there's enough of us. We can cast it.
I think that's got to fall on all of us.
All of us?
I
I think it's
think
No,
I may
it's
need
like
to cast
I think we've encountered this
Yes,
before. We usually need a couple
I think
people
there's a couple.
casting
But I
feather
think you
ball.
have. Don't you have
I
something?
have-
I recommend you stop
You've
looking
left
at
it.
me
You
for
have
magic. That's not my forte.
I think we'll need a second cast on the way down if it's just me, but
I think you can only get 4 or 5 people.
Yeah, it's only it's not
Because we've used this extensively.
Yeah, we had
You know, a couple of
we had a
times.
couple of air raids where you guys came in from the top.
I
Yes,
saved
a
you
few.
from falling off the nightmare.
Oh my god. We're basically the 82nd Airborne.
Parachute.
Andrew, do you have dark vision?
If it's not too far down,
Let's
I have
both
the
take a
ability to
look down
fall
the stairs
slowly.
and see if there's anything.
You do.
I
That's
Bad
right.
idea.
As a monk, you do.
Just so we know what our options are. You should do the roll. I don't have dark vision.
You don't?
No, I'm still a
So your
halfling.
choices
I'm
are
lucky.
stairs or hole.
Does the hole look like it has openings coming out to other places?
They do.
It does.
Every, yeah.
Okay.
This one's not much of a fall. It's really more like a slide.
Take a
of
look
sorts.
down
It
the hall.
reminds me of
Okay. Down the stairs, right?
a story I once heard.
That's what you said, stairs?
Hold on, wait, hold on.
You said stairs. We're going to go down the stairs.
I think we should check. We should scout just and see what we would be facing if we kind of went down the stairs. Like just look down there, like
We
look
have
down the
not
hole.
had
Perception.
something we can send down.
I have advantage.
Advantage.
12.
Okay. So as you kind of go down a couple of steps, you're kind of looking around, and the second floor is almost the same size room as the one you're in now. Very about 20 feet, 25 feet. It's circular, but on the one side, the north side, there's a makeshift room that is built out of some cheap wood timbers, and there's a wooden doors on it that are kind of locked with a chain, and you also see a different kind of structure that's kind of built in with the slope of the glacier side on the southern side, and it looks to be more like a wall with a couple of windows built in, almost like it's an office of sorts. And there's actually a legitimate door and a door frame, and you also see another stretch of mining track going out towards the east.
I relay this back to the party. Let's check out that office.
How far is that office away from us?
Well, you have to go down, and then once you get down the staircase, it's going to be, 20 feet.
So even if we are up here, would you say it's like 50 feet and 20 feet?
I can't do the
Are you, like,
A squared plus B squared that quick.
Just like, because I can detect 60 feet from me, good or evil.
Oh, yeah, you can detect.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to do that. And I
You
can
want
see
to
him
detect
thinking,
whether or not the office is good or evil.
well, man, if it's emanating some bad stuff, then
Yeah.
maybe we should be very cautious walking near there.
Okay.
Fair.
You know,
Fair enough. Okay, so you detect good and evil. Do you have to cast it, or do you have to do something?
it's a paladin feature.
a feature. You just feel it.
Wow.
It's like a smell.
Actually, as an action, you can detect good or evil. I think it's like a smell. I think when it gives
Okay.
me like the
Smells evil in here.
What does evil smell like?
it registers on
I
your
think
senses.
I can make a sample for you.
It registers on your senses like a noxious odor, and a powerful good rings like heavenly music.
Okay, good.
That's
So-
what like me.
Really cool.
because you are
I'm heavily new.
very beautiful.
Okay, so you get a very faint noxious smell, almost kind of like it's earthy and combined with a bit of I don't know shattered anvil.
Doesn't a room I think we need to be very cautious at. It doesn't getting a good sense about this.
I wonder if we'd be better saving our energy and taking these stairs than using up some to get down to the
It
bottom.
looks like we can access this hole from every single level too, so we can always go down at some point in the hole if we want to.
For the record, Featherfall lasts 1 minute, and one casting can affect up to 5 falling creatures within range.
The less than 1
Okay.
minute.
Casting is a reaction, so it's not even a full action.
Mm-hmm.
That's good to know.
And,
That's good to know.
So it could be an emergency situation.
and rate of descent is 60 feet per round until it ends.
10 feet a
That's
second.
good to know, because if it only lasts a minute,
Yeah.
10
Okay.
feet per second.
You okay? What are you doing?
6 seconds.
60 feet.
We're gonna.
6
I
per
think we
round,
should
which
just
is
take
about
the
6
stairs,
seconds.
take this nice and slow.
I think.
If anything, I just don't got a good feeling about this next area.
At least it seems our caution is worth keeping.
Okay. So I need all of you to make stealth checks.
The mine's at disadvantage.
Yes, it is.
I'm using a one of my lucky to.
Okay.
We're still in the lead.
You are still in the lead.
Go to 20.
Boots of mid and meteor are very clunky today.
I got a 14.
You beat him.
And me. Yeah, I got a 10. So you
10.
Yeah, same as
11.
20.
13.
23.
I told you I'm
So
very
it's-
quiet.
Sure, where are you in the list?
Okay.
6.
23.
So as you guys are kind of slowly trooping down the wooden stairs, you hear Tyrael kind of just trip, go and bang his elbow against the side of the scaffold. Go, son of a!
Oh no!
I cast silence on him.
Do you really? Okay.
Does that work as a reaction?
No, it's not.
But we need to
It's a full
save.
action.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys all freeze for a moment. You're like, so far everything's still quiet. Nothing's really going on.
Perception.
Perception.
Nope. Don't hear crap.
Okay. Andrew doesn't hear anything.
Muttered to myself.
Anybody else want
I too will.
Still good, still good.
I too will, to the fullest extent, listen and hear.
Okay.
7.
7. You don't hear anything. I'm sorry. Anything else? Wish to do anything?
Perception's gonna kill me.
So,
I mean, I kind of screwed up. I can't do that.
I mean, I'm kind of trying to be in tune with how evil this place is. So,
Yeah.
can I go for it? I mean, at least go. Or,
Perception?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
With advantage because you have detect evil.
Noise. Merciful. I'm sorry. That would be a regular
12.
12.
Well, since you have a pretty good sniffer on you, you realize that there is the source of the odor is coming from the office, and it's still kind of faint, but that's where it's coming from.
I really feel driven to get into that office and take care of whatever's in there. I don't feel comfortable about this. I'm going towards it now. I think I'm going to just start walking. I mean, wait, they're in front of me, right?
Yeah.
I can't pull you over, so
Yeah.
we need to move.
Ned and Andrew in the lead.
Why don't you let Ned sneak up and
Okay.
see if she can
Check for traps or something.
Oh,
look
sure.
inside or slip through a
It's
keyhole or
not-
something?
See if I can pick the door lock or something. I'll sneak up. Wait, do I need to sneak or am I rolling to pick the lock? You mean rolling to sneak
Sneak
again?
first, yeah.
Or sneaking, okay.
Hey, just before you do that, I just want to throw a little guidance at you, a little druid cantrip.
Oh.
So
I have one of these now, right? What do I do?
just let me guidance. I just put my hand on you real quick, and once before the spell ends, you can roll a d4 and add the number to an ability check.
Nice. Awesome.
How
Well,
long that last?
this sneak is a 19, so I'm happy with that.
Just for the next minute.
Okay, so
Okay, so
that's a good time.
Yeah.
Okay, so you sneak up to the door, and you kind of look at the handle, look at the lock, and you realize there's no locking mechanism on it. It's just an open and shut kind of door with a handle. But there is kind of a keyhole for whatever. It doesn't work. You know, it's just
there.
It's just there if you'd like to peek through.
I would definitely like to peek through.
Okay, you peek through, and right in almost in front of the door, just off to the left, you see a hobgoblin sitting on a stool, kind of just looking over a ledger, and with a quill in hand, making notes.
Can I see anything that he's writing? Like, is he facing?
No, based on the height and stuff, you'll be able to see that. Sorry. He's muttering something, but he speaks hobgoblin like you do.
Do I see anything else in the room?
There is, beside the desk in front of him, there seems to be another case on the inside, and a couple of small bookcases that are filled with ledgers and other kinds of papers.
Okay, so it's just like office-y looking office.
Yes. Yeah.
There's no like controls to the mine anywhere that I see.
Not in the office.
Okay. I'm gonna sneak back and relay that to everybody.
Good.
Are you saying there's only one in there? And he's
Yep.
a hobgoblin?
Yep.
We don't have to go in there, do we?
We do.
Well, we do now.
I guess.
He's writing on a paper. Seemed really focused.
Okay,
So we don't have to.
Stabby.
Can we just sneak up and just stab him?
You said that was a bad thing?
It's not a show.
I didn't even think of that. Let's gotta go back to the door and try to open the door quietly.
Wait.
Best rogue ever.
Wait. What if I misty step you in there? Is that
You do
possible?
that?
Can you
Is
do
that
that?
I thought self.
I think that's
No.
only on yourself.
That's a self.
And I think it doesn't go. Does Misty Step go through
I
solid
think it's
objects?
something you can see.
Well, there's a keyhole.
Oh, is it? I thought that was like dimension.
Well, he's gonna
That
find
dimension
out.
door
But
does
Misty
do that.
Step
yes.
is... Let me see.
Look this up because I want to know.
Hey, this
I've got it.
This could be really awesome.
I mean, if you just pick that
Nah.
up.
You can
Briefly
just step in
surrounded
there
by
with me.
silvery mist, you teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space
You
that
do.
you can see.
You do.
So I could.
Oh, so it's self. Okay.
Yeah,
You could
range
bamf
self. I'd bamf in, just pop his head.
Oh my god. You would have advantage on the attack.
Sneaky.
I'll know when that-
You know, Misty Step is a
Yeah,
really
that's
important
okay.
spell to keep.
That's a
You
great idea.
guys get close because this could go terribly wrong.
I got your back.
Ned and Ander.
Alright,
It'll be
alright.
fine.
With the
So
rest
I'm
of
gonna
us
try
just
to-
kind of like...
Open the door quietly.
Okay,
And
so-
like to do so, I'm gonna like take something greasy.
Make
and
a
put it on.
a sleight of hand check with advantage.
That's a 10, and that is an 8, so I'll go with a 10.
Sausage grease.
You can also...
21.
Oh, never mind. You don't need it.
I don't know. We're good.
He's quite sneaky.
The hobgoblin is still very enthralled with the work he's doing, so he does not notice. He's opened the door, and inside, you see this. The hobgoblin is sitting there hunched over. His sword is just at his side. He's not wearing a ton of armor, but his shield is off to the east wall, to his left. And he's got a quill. He's writing, and the other thing, there's the bookcase, and there's another cabinet. So he's sitting on a joint stool.
And his back is to me.
His back is to you.
Okay.
I'd like to be keenly aware of if that guy is going to move or notices her, because I'm going to burst through the door. Or
Are you just hanging?
I'm right there.
You're
You're right there?
Yeah, Anders there.
Okay.
Okay.
You would tell me?
He's got this. It's okay. Chill.
If you see me run in really quick, come in too.
He's very nervous.
So Ned makes some like hand symbols at you that you have no idea what I'm doing. I'm like, right? So a little
Starts
of
doing the
that.
Macarena.
Really elaborate hand signs, none of which we understand.
Something about your mother, I think.
And now she's gonna pull out one of her scimitars, and she's gonna keep it in her right hand, and her left arm is gonna be akimbo.
Okay.
She's gonna sneak up to him, and she's going to take his sword out and try to stab him in the heart at the same time, or whatever spleen or wherever he is, like that.
Okay, this is going to be interesting. So I need you to make first a sleight of hand check.
Okay, ready?
Plus, don't forget that for you.
With the guidance, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I
you
can
need-
choose to do that afterwards, right?
You can choose to do it afterwards.
I will choose to hold on to it just in case. The sleight of hand, so that's the 21.
Oh my. So you start to ease out his longsword, and you're like, whoa! Pulling out a longsword. Okay.
That was a long sword, yeah. It's a magic trick.
And you're just, he doesn't know. Hold on. Does he know what you're going to find out?
Oh, this is good.
He doesn't notice. Are you kidding me? He doesn't notice.
I wonder what he's writing that he's so intense on.
So you slowly pull the longsword. Now you can make your attack with your advantage.
Woo!
Because he doesn't know.
14 it is. That is an attack. Plus 8.
22.
22.
That's a hit.
Yay! And that's the D6. And it's a sneak attack.
Sneak attack, yep.
10, 11, 14. 19 damage.
So you take which sword did you have?
I have a magic Howard.
Howard. You took
Yeah.
Howard.
My scimitar.
You take Howard. You go. You stab him clear through the heart, pierces through his chainmail, and you see him go kind of sit right upright, bolt, and he just kind of looks down and just dies.
Well done.
Yeah! That's what that does! That looked better than I thought it would in my
point.
head!
Okay, that's
Stealthily, little life.
Well, the Ballad of Nedwin.
Yes!
Excellent.
First one.
Alright.
Okay. And inside, the glacier goes quiet. You were inside. Ned's inside the office. All you guys are hanging out near the stairwell.
Ned's gonna peek out and wave everyone in.
Okay.
Well, I'm not there.
Well, yeah, that's fair.
How does it smell now?
It smells like inside of a glacier in a mine.
No
So-
death? Like no evil?
Well, it's gonna smell
Not
a little
nervous,
bit
not
like
in 60 feet of you.
like
no.
blood. Maybe a little.
Well, there's hobgoblin
scent of-
blood. But yeah, besides that.
But it has been...
Tuzar.
I really want to know what he's been writing.
Yeah.
If I can, if that's possible. It may not be.
Okay, so you look over at the
language.
desk, and there's you see this blood splattered piece of parchment.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oops. Sorry.
And it looks like a record log of mining cart shipments. What's been going in, what's been going out, and kind of contents. But it's written. You see numbers that you look familiar, but you can't tell the contents because it's written in Goblin.
Damn, we killed his head in accounting. This is workplace violence.
He was probably an evil account.
Definitely was. I mean...
No, he definitely was, right? He smelled evil.
He was in.
Tyrael, can you
Did you have any-
comprehend languages on this and maybe?
I mean, if we
see
want
if
to
you
pull
can.
that nonsense.
Well, specifically, I think we should look for anything like Oberon. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, part of it is understand any written language that you see if you're touching the object written upon. About 1 minute per page text. So
How long does this last?
it's for 1 hour.
Okay, good. Good.
So, yep, I go up to it, and after being asked, I start reading.
Okay. And you look at the shipments. First, it starts out with carts of diamond mine of diamonds, and they start with large numbers, and they progressively get smaller and smaller as it seems like parts of the mine are being worn out. The reserves are being extracted, and that's mostly in Site 1 you see. But then it gets larger again. In Site 2, they find it looks like more diamonds, and the shipments get larger. until it stops almost very abruptly. And tucked in the ledger, you find this.
Ooh. Yay, more
It's a
physical
blue
stuff!
I'm trying so hard not to peek over his shoulder.
While he reads, Ned wants to see if the hobgoblin had anything cool in his pockets.
He has. He does.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yay, my favorite.
So
Good day for
you
Ned.
find 5 medium-sized diamonds, which are worth about 20 gold each.
Not bad.
Nice.
So
And you find what is it? What you?
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta make sure. Let me check my notes real quick. You find a pair of keys.
Ooh. 2 keys.
2 keys.
Okay.
Material.
okay, sorry about that, guys. I basically relay this message to you. So, Grukbar, effective immediately. Use all slaves to acquire raw ore. Cease diamond mining. They are good for nothing here, except for large diamonds. Keep those. This is Magluviet's will. With these advances, we will secure our subjugation of the lesser races and continue our domination of the Frostock. In strength, Ziglet, High Priest. So,
Ore of what? What kind of ore?
Raw ore.
Raw ore of what?
probably.
Something that's worth more than diamonds,
Yeah.
apparently.
Exactly!
Well, you know
Well,
what? Hang on.
it's sort of
Can I
like
perceive what's in the room besides diamonds?
Well, yeah, you can look around. I mean, people can look around, loot the room, kind of. You don't get perception for this.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Sorry. It wasn't written on any of the manifests or anything?
No, that was tucked inside the ledger.
No,
It
the
was like a
ore.
loose note.
Yeah, the ore.
yeah, but
Was it
they,
in any of the manifests?
Well, yeah, well, I was getting to that.
The note was found first.
Yeah, no, it's on first. And then after that, you see that there are a couple of carts of just raw ore that are being extracted from Site 1 and Site 2, full shipment loads. And then also you notice kind of a byline that's tucked away is one incoming shipment that's gone all the way down to the bottom to level 4, and that's it.
But it didn't specify what
Nope.
one incoming shipment
Nope,
was.
just incoming shipment.
It's gotta be.
I'm not a betting man or
So,
a small one, but do
I'm,
believe it's a guy.
I'm gonna search the room for whatever this ore might be.
Okay, you start looking through the cabinet, and it's blank ledgers, it's extra quills, it's like officey supply stuff.
Wait, ink? Pens?
Yeah.
Aha!
Absolutely.
Somebody just tagged him.
Okay, so you now have a roll of parchment that'll be good for, I don't know, let's see, 30 sheets of paper, and
Nice.
you have 5 full quills.
Ned
Well, no,
Boy.
5 quills and 3 vials of ink.
Ned can't wait to hear her song. Now you got paper to write it on.
Yes. It will be a short one, though.
Wow.
I imagine
Oh.
she sings very beautiful.
You know what, Ned? I've been traveling with Ander for a while. Those jokes are never going to stop.
I thought it was quite good.
Because he doesn't make short jokes about you.
Alvin, come on, don't be short-tempered.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was actually...
And the rest of the cabinet and the bookcase is just it's ledgers full of mining extractions.
Older ones,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, and it sort of catalogs the history of the mine, what happens first, like in the first level, second level, and at some point there is an expansion between the third and fourth level, and even off to Site 2. It's kind of a history.
Is there any way we can kind of figure out the map, if you will, of the...
Glad you asked.
Look at
He's
the little Roddy
ready.
brain doing stuff.
Look at you.
Look at the big
Tucked
braids
between the
on
histories.
Ned!
In the histories, you find a rudimentary map of the mines.
Whoa.
This
That's
is
gonna
not.
pass
This
it
is
around.
not an approximate. This is an approximation. This is not
Thank
the
you.
actual. Yeah, not exact map.
Not to scale.
Not to scale.
Gotcha.
But it should give you a rough idea of the mine. Here you see 3 levels because they did not account for the top, well, the entrance level. So you are currently on 2, and then you have 2, 3, and 4.
They have something interesting in the basement, it looks like. I couldn't be bothered to look at the rest of the pages, though.
And before we leave here, I'd like to do something.
Sure.
And it's marked
Laboratory.
That's never a good thing.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
my
no,
friend.
he's too excited. This is nervous. This is nervous making.
That's
No.
What's the ceiling in here? Not in the office, I mean in the cavern. Is it all ice?
It's a mixture of stone and ice.
So if need be, we could just drop the roof on what's over down there.
Including us.
Well, no, before we're down there.
Oh.
We're off to the side right now.
It's very big, that lab.
We just have to make sure we get Oberon first.
I can make like a fireball, like a flaming sphere, and just like through stuff. We can make our own little.
Okay, so there's a guy named Smithy right here.
Huh.
Wonder if he's nice.
North, make a perception check for me.
2 plus whatever it is.
Oh boy.
Okay, your rear guard.
Well, but I'm lucky.
Oh, you're gonna go for a luck roll?
I don't know if the whole.
Remember your staff.
Wait. My staff says I can't be surprised.
I know. I know.
16. You're so lucky.
16 plus 1.
Okay.
17.
So off to
Why did you touch it, huh?
the east, and you hear voices, and you hear the kind of ting, ting of what it sounds like a pickaxe against stone, and you also hear, "Hey, get back to work!"
Oh, everyone listen. Quietly, but listen. Something is coming from nearby. I can hear it.
Okay. But, are you going to relay your information?
I just said, everyone listen carefully. I hear something coming nearby. It sounds like our enemy is upon us.
Okay.
Ned listens because that was confusing.
You can roll perception checks.
Ned is confused.
Glad to get that one out of here. All here in the ocean when I put my head to the ocean.
Oh no.
And I heard the ocean while I put my head to yours.
I mean, for the sake of roleplay, what else could I have done other than tell everybody that something was going on? I wasn't sure.
Yeah, no.
No, that's good.
All right.
You said that they were upon us, and I'm like,
Okay. Who has? What'd you roll?
I rolled a
17?
17.
Okay. 15 and up. Okay, so you guys, you hear the same thing as Northwind does. It's a ting, ting, followed by a guttural sound of like, "Hey, stop! Get to work! We got to get this stuff out of here."
is the blacksmith on this floor? I can't remember the maps. No,
I think
it's
that's
not.
the next floor down.
Yeah, I'd love to see.
Get this stuff out of here.
Is it in common
What
language?
else is on the floor that we're on?
They're speaking in common. Yeah, the hobgoblin is speaking.
I mean, I
It's the
still didn't
hobgoblin.
hear it. I
He's
just
speaking in goblin. Yeah.
I think this one's long.
Do I hear anything else
Yeah,
in
we're
Hobgoblin
We're
besides
on
the
that
scoring thing?
Nope.
So if we're in records, that means storage is directly across
Oh,
from us, yeah?
being that we're in the records.
Yes.
Oh, and there's a
There
thing
might be
going
someone
to a second
in the
site.
storeroom.
Oh yeah, when you find out what's
There's a storage room.
sneak around to that.
Before we leave,
Okay, I know.
Oh.
I got this helm banner outside of this place, and then there's nothing else in this place, or that's what I'm looking for in this records area. Some kind of information as to why Helm's flag was here or what this was before.
Make an investigation check.
14.
14. So you pluck up one of the earliest history books when the opening of the mine, and part of the whole consecration, the grand finale, grand opening of the mine, was the hanging of these two banners, Helm and Gond. So they hung those for protection and for inspiration and just the blessing of those two deities in particular.
Cool. So it's almost like walking in and seeing your
And
cross.
Chronicle, it was a lovely ceremony.
Oh, very nice.
There was beer involved.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course.
Lavish.
Righteous for you.
Okay, so we guys sneaking over to the storage room?
Yep.
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
gonna sneak over and see if I can peek
Yeah.
into anything or hear anything closer to
Okay,
against
well,
the door.
Let's just you guys are you're still under your initial stealth roll, so I
that
think
works.
that's fine. So you go over to the storage room, and you ease open the two wooden doors, and inside is an array of mining materials. There are shovels, there are pickaxes, there are hammers and mauls, and you also notice a couple other interesting things. One, there seems to be these horns that are kind of hung against the wall, and small kegs. What I mean keg, I mean, it looks like a little barrel. They're about, I don't know, 18 inches tall, maybe, whatever that is, around 20 inches around. You know, small little barrels.
Are they closed? Can we see what's in them?
They are sealed tight,
Okay. And
but you can examine them if you wish.
there's no danger in here. There's no like.
Nope, it's just a straight storage room.
You said horns, I'm like you know, whoop, 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 or like. From
No, it
Halo.
looks like muskox horns that have been
Elon, no.
that have been capped at both ends.
Oh, capped at both ends.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh,
I want to take one.
powder
You
horns.
went, okay, you take a horn.
Powder horns.
We're all in there.
I guess so. Yeah, you're all looking in,
Well,
peering
maybe we all should not go beer
No.
around this.
in.
No.
Hey, you said you have some.
Is there any
Experience
idea
in
what these
mines?
are?
Do you
Is
have any
there
idea what this
that's
is?
something Ned might know?
You can make an investigation check.
Ned is investigative. Oh, she's not gonna know anything.
Can I help her with that because I worked in a mine?
Advantage.
That's way better. Thank you. All right, I had rolled a 3, and now that's a 17. So
Okay, great.
way better. Plus 22.
Okay, so what do you want to pick up, a horn or a keg?
I was thinking about both, but if I have to pick, I'll pick the keg.
Okay, you pick up a keg, you're like looking at it. Another comes over, like, oh.
Right there.
And you see Enola pick it up and kind of sniff it, and then give it back to you, and you get a distinct smell of gunpowder.
This boy here's a boombox. It goes boom,
Oh.
but we gotta be careful. So you be careful. Don't take any.
Don't take it.
No. Careful. It's called fire to it, and a boom.
I like that.
Right? It's fire. It's gunpowder. One little
Have we
spark.
heard about this? Is it common enough to be?
It's not really common enough to be known yet. This seems to be a new technology.
I make a. What's it?
I mean, because your experience with the mines, it was present in your backstory. Yes.
Right. And so now that I know what these barrels are, would that be a dead indicator what these horns are? Okay. So
I hold up the horn. So what's this then?
what is it?
Go for it.
Go
Tell
for
them.
what? Oh, so it's a horn. I don't know what it is. So is it just
Powder
like
horn?
the powder horn?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a horn you fill it with powder and you can lead a trail. It's almost like a fuse.
I like it.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna keep it.
Ender.
Well, go
Slightly
for
out
it.
of character because I'm interested in guns. I'm gonna see if I know anything about this.
Okay.
Would that be history?
Make a history check.
16.
16. You've heard of rumblings in your past of some sort of special magic acts or special tricks in certain carnivals that have some kind of pyrotechnic kind of thing that was unexplainable. But that's the best as you know.
And so as he's figuring this all out and I'm showing them what the horn is, I take a little out, just a little, and I spark to show them what it does. Just look at this.
You have flint and steel?
Yeah, probably. I've got a tinder kit in here.
Okay.
Torch. So I go, this is just a little bit. So watch this. And then when you come to your revelation, you see me go, like I've got a goofy face on it, and I'm looking straight at you.
Hey, wait a minute!
Okay, you sit down the
Just a
powder,
little bit.
a little bit, and you set your tinder.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's very dangerous. You gotta be careful with this.
That's burning eyebrow.
Make perception checks.
17.
Oh.
20.
Yeah.
Not
22.
Ooh.
3,
that's
something's
bad.
happening. I don't know what it is.
Okay. So it seems like North and Snow are really just fascinated by this gunpowder thing. Same thing as Curio. It's just like, what is going
I
on?
am super fascinated.
And it's like, this is amazing. This is like not magic. This is like physics and chemistry. It's weird.
It's what?
Yeah, exactly.
Alchemy, right?
The rest, alchemy. Yeah. The rest of you hear, what was that? Coming down the hall with the mining cart trail.
Speak language?
Well, I'm listening technically.
Can you speak? You
No, I can
comprehend.
only comprehend.
Then
I
go
could flip them off.
hide.
Oh. Is there something big enough to hide in?
I drop down
You're in a closet.
Yeah.
I drop down into the floor of the closet and make a box appear.
Okay.
Like a
You
wood
turn into a box. You totally did a solid snake thing.
Ned jumps in because that's.
Standard procedure.
I just walk over to the box and just stand next to it. I don't get inside. I'm just standing
Wait, are you
there.
hiding behind it? Like, there's
Yeah,
no
I'm
hide.
hiding behind
Make
the
a
box.
stealth check. Make a stealth check.
Okay. Not inside the illusion, but behind the illusion.
I love it.
I'm gonna hide behind it too.
Fair enough. Stealth check.
16.
You're hiding behind the box.
Alright.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Is there another
Snow.
2? No, wait.
Okay, so
Wow,
Snow, yeah, you kind of tuck him behind the box, but you forgot about your tail.
Hey, dog. These other heads.
You're like, no one can see me.
North, quick, grab that pickaxe. You step to the side of the door.
I'm just
Yeah, I'm
I'm
really
gonna grab-
Blair
I'm
Witch in
gonna-
the corner.
I'm gonna pull my
Grab
I'm gonna
this.
pull my winter coat up like
Okay.
this to hide my
By
armor.
the way, I'm gonna have
Pull-
a raid action.
Pull up, pick a pickaxe. We're slaves.
Oh.
Wait, can I just look like
You're
a
a
sheet of
slave. I
armor
do
with
this
my
'cause
shield
I
up?
like it.
What do you want to do?
Look like a sheet of armor with my shield up over my head?
Armor.
Like this? Yeah,
Suit of
just like
armor?
a suit of armor.
like a statue.
Yeah, can I bluff?
Make a performance check.
I got +4.
Oh my god.
Performance.
Yeah,
It's like some Scooby Doo stuff.
13.
13. Okay.
I should have given you.
You're standing there and you're doing your best to hold the statue position.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Okay.
I love it. Do you understand, North? We're slaves. You and me, we're slaves. Just follow my lead. I'm pretty, remember? Follow my lead.
You are rather beautiful. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Wait. Okay.
So, in a moment or two, after a few tense seconds pass, the door creaks open, and behind it you see a hobgoblin wearing chainmail and holding what looks to be a bloody spiked mace.
When he comes in, I say, I told you we had to go down another level. Man, this isn't where we're supposed to be mining.
Make a deception check.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no. Wait.
Yeah, there's a year.
We gotta
you can
use
have
it.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, hang on a minute.
Yes, do it.
Yeah,
Do it.
Yeah.
Okay, do it,
Do it.
please.
Inspiration die.
Alright,
Much
so that's better.
Oh.
25.
My God, it was
I want
the best
25. Oh yeah, he's like, why? You got lost? You slaves are a bunch of idiots. No one can trust you. Good Lord, this is why we have to beat you guys to death.
I'm sorry, boss.
You
Don't
should.
hurt me.
Don't you beat that beautiful lady, you silly creature.
And you,
Huh?
yeah. You should get down there. You should be in sight too. You're in the wrong location. A big guy like you.
I have no idea where I am right now.
Yeah, you're really lost. Get going. Come on, go. And
Okay,
he
I'll
takes-
start picking here.
So he kind of takes the mace and he kind of just prods both of you guys in the behind a little bit. You guys take 1 point of damage each.
That was not very nice, though.
Get out of here.
Taking 1 damage.
And he looks around.
Oh shit.
It's like, why is there a suit of armor here?
So it's just
Any-
one of them in the storeroom?
It's just one.
Ah, that's gonna jump out. Stab him!
Yes! Yes!
I found
Thank
the
God,
will.
because I'm not moving.
Okay, since he's distracted by, he's very confused by the suit of armor. He's like,
With
I don't.
Helm's hand on it.
Yeah, he's very, very perplexed. So you have a sneak attack.
Ooh, sneak attack. I don't think that actually benefits me at all at this point, but that is fine. I'm going to use Howard and Lewis. They're both going in. And we've got, let's see, 7, an 18 and a 23.
2 hits.
Sweet. All right. First, we'll do Howard with his bonus. 16 plus 21 plus 9. 30 damage!
Holy Chicago beans.
How do you want to do this?
Ned's going to take, she's going to take the 2 scimitars, Howard and Lewis, and because she's small, right? So she's basically just cutting his caps off.
Okay.
What else can she do, honestly? I'm being realistic.
Well, in the midst of Ned's frantic foray into slicing calves off this hobgoblin, she accidentally nicks a couple of major arteries, and there's blood just
Monty
spurting
Python
out
style.
everybody. Yeah.
Well, except for us, we're outside.
Prestidigitation to clean the blood off of myself.
Just you.
Just you.
I'm really grossed out.
Okay, yeah. Clean yourself of blood.
My face is clear, right?
Your face is clean. There's blood all over your shield, but your face is clean.
After he cleans himself, I just want to like really browish at him, like a little help here. Like, thank you.
Yeah, you hit me with that too.
Ned is soaked in blood, and she's just like, wow!
That kind of looks good on you, little one.
Wow! Wow!
Have you never worn red before? It looks good.
Wow!
Well, that deserves a drink.
She's sort of like, I feel bad about this.
Yeah, I feel wonderful about
Not
it.
against these creatures. They don't feel
I
that.
didn't even know. I killed him by cutting his legs.
You flayed his calf muscles
Yeah.
off. I mean, how do you cook a calf?
Can we cook it?
Oh, I was just wondering, were there how many people came into the room?
Just one.
Just one, and this was this guy, and
Yeah.
now he's dead.
Yeah.
Apparently.
But there was two voices.
There's 2 voices.
Well, we were outside, right? You sent us out.
Yeah.
So,
I think
Do
it
you guys
bears
see
mentioning, though, I am wearing a bunch of sausage. We need to remember that. It just dawned on me, like, wouldn't the guy be like, dude?
Yeah, you should have rolled with disadvantage.
Why are you
So-
wearing a sausage scarf?
How did we...
I did not forget about that, but I thank you for bringing that up.
Okay, I just want to say going forward, because I just realized, like, I forgot.
You do have a bandolier of sausage around.
Well, okay, I think they would have caught the slave with, like, the bandolier of rations on him. Who's also inebriated all the time somehow.
He's not really smart, this hobgoblin.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair
he's not
enough.
really
fair
anything
enough.
now.
Yeah.
I think I smell delicious.
Okay.
I smell like a barbecue walking around.
Well, he's distracted with.
Yeah.
Do I see anything like the other
Yeah,
voice?
down the hall, you see this other kind of hobgoblin-y figure, like, hey, Chuck? Chuck?
Oh
Are you down there?
We're coming, boss. Chuck's sending us.
Make a performance check.
Nope.
No, we're coming, and I'm gonna do performance check.
What do you just do?
You're trying to
no!
give me
You're
advantage?
trying to
Are you
back
just
him
trying?
up.
Are you trying to lie?
I'm trying to back him up because I'm a fellow slave. So I'm like, yeah, we're coming, master.
Okay, you can performance or deception, whatever's higher.
Okay. Performance is gonna go higher. Right? Yeah, +4. 9.
9.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's greater than 5.
Yeah. Okay. So you see this kind of figure look behind you and goes, "Where's Chuck? You're not Chuck. Hey."
Okay, I'm gonna run up on him and I'm gonna do a flurry of blows on him, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, I got it, everybody. Don't worry about it.
So I'm gonna smash.
I
it
can
twice
almost
with my
see you
sword.
though, like walking up, like you're stumbling, like and then I'll and then death.
Oh, yeah?
You can almost like 5-finger death punch
Oh,
the
yeah?
guy. You're just like, oh, listen, I told you.
Would you like to sit here? Would you like my character?
No, I'm just saying. I saw. It's like I saw you.
Is that what I'm doing now?
He's complimenting you.
Yes,
Good
what
lord.
I'm saying, man.
Can I not bust his
He's
Chop
being
cheese.
obstinate as part of the.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do that now.
I like to imagine flurry of
I follow
blows as
it,
like
right.
Donald Duck's temper tantrums. Like,
Okay,
yeah, like,
roll the attack. Roll the attack. Come on.
The 2 and a 4.
For attacks?
For a D20.
No, yeah, out of my
Yeah,
2d20. They
I
did
saw
roll onto the thing, but it is what they are. But I can use my my key points, right, to add an additional attack on top of that.
I thought doesn't attack have to be successful?
Hold on, I'll tell you in a sec. After you take an attack action on your turn, you can spend 1 key point to make 2 unarmed strikes
Okay.
as a bonus action.
That's fine.
it.
Okay, 2 more attacks.
Alright, and they're D6s though, because they're unarmed, so 1 second. Okay, 1 and a 5.
Yeah.
oh man.
No, I'm just like,
You kind of stumble up and you're swinging, and he's just like, what the? Hey!
It turns into like
Yeah,
a
he's
kid's
easily
fight.
blocking what's going on. Yeah, it's not. You swing it, you hit the air a lot.
I fell at one point on my staff and I was kind
Okay.
of just tripping on it. Sorry, everybody.
Andrew makes an attack. Should I roll for you? Not yet. Let's just finish this up and then we'll take a break. Okay.
I was just being dehydrated.
Okay.
I want to attack twice with my rapier.
Okay. Andrew rushes up.
Natural 20.
Critical. Roll again for a second attack.
And the natural 1.
Oh!
Wow!
Nice.
Wow!
This is amazing.
You
What are
did
the
it.
odds on that?
Okay.
It's used up.
You used it all.
So, for your first rapier attack, it's what's the damage?
D8 plus
Times 3.
times 3.
No, it's double damage.
D6. It's double.
I think it's quadruple damage. Actually.
So it'd be 16 plus 6, 22.
No, wait. Huh?
Yeah, it's
It's
maximum.
okay.
It's
It's
28.
maximum
Just 8. Oh, so it'd be 8.
plus double, so that's 16
14.
plus 6.
28.
No,
right?
the addition is just your strength. You know,
Yeah.
so you double the die roll, and then you add. That makes sense?
So it's you're right. 16.
My
plus
rapier
6.
does 8 maximum damage.
Yeah, double that. That's
So
16.
plus 6.
20.
22.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, alright. How do you want to do this?
Nice.
I see him sort of fumble it, and I just sort of like, I duck under his legs, the Goliath's legs, and I stab the hobgoblin up through the throat.
Whoa! Jump!
What a great diagram.
Like I did it. I'm like,
And he
in your
jumps.
face. In your face. Thank you, lady friend.
Alright, let's take a break for food. Okay. Alright, Anna, let's do this.
Oh, yeah.
So we've just taken out the other hobgoblin and his partner Chuck.
Chuck! Spurt.
So before you, in North and Ander, they both see
Searching body.
searching the body.
Sorry.
Okay, well, hold on. Just jeez. There is along the mining track. You see one mining cart near the end in the center of this kind of circular room, and there are 3 miners kind of picking away with pickaxes who have stopped, put their pickaxes down, and kind of turned and looking towards you. And they are 3 fairly emaciated looking Goliaths, and that's what you see.
Is this down to site 2? Is that
No, wait,
is
that's
that
not
one?
site 2.
One of these other ones?
It's off to the right. Yeah. Yeah, right there.
It's an
Yep.
exit here.
After hearing all this, I'm going to go ahead and pop out from behind cover, peek around the door, and see what went on.
Okay. You see a lot of blood.
That seems to be the theme of the day.
Ned wants to search Tablas Chuck.
Chuck.
Yeah.
You start searching Chuck. You find some extra silver pieces. You find probably 25 silver pieces. And he's got chainmail and a longsword and his other accoutrements. If you want any of that stuff, but he was pretty vanilla.
No keys.
We
or
should probably
anything,
smash
okay.
these bodies.
His
How-
boots are cutting
How about the guy who yelled Chuck?
The guy who yelled Chuck? Yeah, the nameless guy. Unfortunately,
Harry.
you kind of paw through Chuck's pocket. No,
Not
not Chuck's pockets. And he has 13 coppers and some more silver. He has 37 silvers and a pair of dice.
Yeah, so he must have just won the money off of Chuck.
Sure.
I go over to Chuck and I close what's left of his eyes and I shake my hand and go, the lore that was missed.
You do. It's very nice to give you some last rites.
No, to these creatures.
But he was named Chuck. The lore that we missed on the Chuck Hobgoblin and his buddy. Come on.
Harry.
Off the table there. Come on.
I know, that's great. That is good.
That's fair. It's a nice gesture.
Oh, so far we've killed an accountant. Two guys gambling.
An accountant and 2 gamblers. Good riddance.
Evil slave driving accountant.
That's right.
And 2 evil slave driving gamblers.
Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna leave the room where I was covered in blood, and I see the same scene where, like, I see the Goliaths down there.
If only we had a guy with a bandolier of sausage to feed these poor emaciated Goliaths.
That's a Goliath sausage.
I start throwing some
Make a what is this?
athletics check.
Athletics check.
Okay, good, because I have actually pretty good high athletics there. So +5. Wait, this is empty. I am turning into 17 + 5, 22.
Oh, excellent! You kind of lob these sausages like little hand grenades, and they land at their sometimes in their hands,
Sometimes in their mouth.
in their mouth. Yeah. So yes, you have somehow fed the Goliath.
One guy's like,
mouth
I
again,
got you, one guy's like,
He's like, he eats it, he's like, I know this sausage.
It's marinated with a special tonic to ease your pain.
Not saying.
Okay.
Not saying jokes.
Nope. There's so many.
Roll bad
Leave
joke
that for more.
resistance.
Hey, who's got the keys from the other room? Maybe one of them will unlock the manacles here.
Believe that was Ned?
And then takes 1 key in each hand
Okay.
and goes over to the manacles and tries them in.
They unlock very easily. So
With
they
both keys or just the 1 key?
just the one key.
Just 1 key. Okay, so they are different. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, the one key unlocks all the manacles for the Goliath.
Alright, I do that.
So, I know that stuff you lit on fire. You know, oof.
Yes.
Gunpowder?
It is quite explosive. I don't know the technical term of it, but we call it boom powder.
What do you use it
powder.
for?
Blowing things up. Big things.
I think
how
I'm
much does
interested
one
in
of those
this.
barrels take out?
What?
How much does a boom one of those barrels make?
It makes a big enough boom to create. How big of a boom does it take?
Barrel?
Well, there's about 2 pounds of gunpowder there. Maybe a little more. Maybe 5 pounds.
This by rough estimation will be able to clear out quite a big of a area.
Can you use this for blowing up the rocks to get the
That is
ore
correct.
out in mining? Interesting. That
And
is
to help
interesting.
clear out paths and stuff too, but yes.
Alright, I want to definitely fill one of those horns with powder and take it. Is
Yeah,
is there a
that's
strap
right.
on it?
Okay. You each have
Same.
3 horns of gunpowder. There's 1 more left.
What about the kegs themselves?
There's 2 kegs.
I can hold those.
Let the big guys take the kegs.
Yeah, we can take the big
Leave the
one.
horns for everyone else. Yeah.
Well, the horns are to lead the keg.
Yeah, so you need a helping on the horn.
I don't know how this stuff works.
Oh, I thought. Wait, what?
Maybe.
I thought the horn was how you carry the gunpowder on you.
It's for making a
Well,
a
like a
fuse.
fuse.
yes, but it's also for laying out a line of it for a fuse.
All right.
So it's both. I'm sure you could just kind of dump a bunch out if you were so
totally
inclined to do that
Yeah.
as well. But its primary purpose is to lay a fuse line.
We should put these barrels though in like a bag. Yes, they should be in there.
Perfect.
They can't blow them up if they're.
The Goliaths are still in between bites of sausage. They're kind of looking at you like, what is going on? Like, kind of mixture of fear and awe over your decimation of the Hobgoblin guards.
Ned's going to say, we're here to rescue King Oberon. Do you know where he is?
They look at each other. They shake their heads no. No, they don't. I'm sorry, we don't know.
Do you know what happens in the laboratory?
Their eyes kind of go wide for a little bit. No one's allowed down there. Not even the Hobgoblins.
Who's down there then? Like what?
Wait, who does not allow them?
That's the rule. That's no one goes down there. The only person that goes down there is some weird looking guy with a very long nose. I heard they call him Gollumov.
So we're going down.
Oh, we should perhaps tell you about that
Yes.
guy.
We are totally going where nobody else can go. That's what
Yeah.
we do.
I mean, that's like our thing.
It's totally the Orlos thing.
Helping people, going places nobody else goes.
So, have you seen them take a prisoner down with like special manacles, look weird and glowy?
I'm sorry, no. They've been making us dig for the past few days.
Right.
I'm sorry. True.
What are you digging?
Well, we were digging mines for diamonds, but now they have us digging for this black powder, what they call ore, and we have to fill carts of it, all day long.
Wait.
Is it so?
But wait.
Sorry.
Right.
You mean powder like what is in these right here?
He looks at the cage and goes, yeah, those.
Oh, jeez. I mean, oh, hell. This place is literally a bad place to be in right now. Look, as scared as I can be, this is a ticking time bomb in here. We need to be careful.
No fire spells?
No
fire
fire
spells.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good to know, because those are some of my favorite. I'll just put them on the back burner, as it were.
You might want to avoid lightning too.
Actually, yeah, lightning would probably be more dangerous because the ice might insulate the gunpowder from.
Most of my spells.
You better get creative.
If we could be used
Don't worry, I've got that.
defensively, if we know where the explosions
If we
are
can
at.
tell where all the veins of this explosion stuff is, and it's a substance we barely understand, I think we're in trouble.
Or we can get everybody out and play Sky High.
I like that idea.
Let's start with these guys.
Heckle man would love that idea. Right, but we gotta make sure nobody else is in here.
That's what he said. We get everyone out.
Yeah, everybody out first. And then we blow.
100%.
So,
Yeah, okay.
Whenever you guys are done eating, I suggest you skedaddle.
Right. If there's enough sausage, can you give them a couple for the road, North, buddy?
Yeah, sure. I'd be more than happy to give some sausage. How many feet would you like?
I'm directing that towards the NPCs because I'm not answering that.
Feet?
50.
And here, perhaps you can see what I'm holding in my hands.
I'll just take a couple of links, thanks.
I give you more than a couple of links, but here you go.
Good bury them, or is that
Okay.
a spell or cantrip?
Thank you.
It's a spell.
I want to see you eat one in front of
That's
me.
why.
I maybe later my stomach's a bit more. I don't know what the word is.
So,
Yes, settled. Thank you. I haven't eaten a lot, and too much rich food
Right.
kind of makes it.
Makes it go boom boom.
I suppose I understand.
Actually, as far as
I
that
would assume you're
goes,
grateful.
I'm going to cast Goodberry and hook these guys up with a little of that.
I also think it'd be a very good idea. These guys are miners down here. That maybe we ask them where a safe pass
the best way to get down to the
right? Because there could be like booby traps.
They've never been down there though.
How many guards and stuff do you guys have around on each level? Like, do you know how many?
Well, I see more people go down to the third floor than anything. The fourth floor, there's no one. Just Gollum off. No one goes down there. But the third floor, we hear screams, and we hear some other things. So I don't know if it's safe anymore.
Third floor?
Yeah.
Can't we just go past the third floor? Let's just use the tube and go all the way down.
Never go past the floor with the screams.
Never go past. If we rescue Oberon, he can help us.
Well, here's the thing. Whatever's making people scream down there, you're going to put them at your back if you go past them. So you try to run past, and if you piss the place
hears
up,
us.
well...
But yeah, that's true.
I mean,
yeah.
Let's sit down.
yeah. Let's move.
First,
Oh my
Is there any
couple
more
things first.
spaces to look?
First, strip the bodies, offer the chainmail and the swords to the Goliaths,
Good idea. Good idea.
and then stash the bodies someplace.
That storage
Why?
closet sounds good, right?
I mean, is there...
We don't want somebody coming down behind us. We just went over this. We don't want.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can just kind of
We can
press
literally
to
just
digitate
toss
the
them
wall
down.
blood.
Oh, all right.
There's something at the bottom. It's going to land in front of somebody.
We're totally gonna put him
There's
in
a
that closet.
bunch of water down there, isn't it?
There's
There's water at the bottom of the hole, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lots of water? Running water?
but there's a closet.
Yeah, closet.
We don't know
Once
where the
there's
water
dead bodies,
leads.
it's
It might-
in the
it
closet
might
already.
allow
I could carry like all of them and just. I think that's what we should
What if we took Hobgoblin corpses and filled them with gunpowder? And then lit them on fire when we need to.
Because the instantaneous combustion will
Can
blow
that be
us
part
up.
of desecrating a body? But that sounds like a great idea.
They're not like stuffed
That's
dolls.
They
Dark.
aren't yet.
It's so dark.
I'm against it.
That's just
Dark,
practical.
so dark.
Seems gross.
Before the
Let's
Goliaths
just kick them down
run
the
off,
hole.
I'm gonna go ahead and ask him. Is there a place where they keep you workers?
Just in town. They gave us the rest of the abandoned houses.
Okay, so no place down in here though.
No.
All right.
How many of them were there?
There's 3 miners.
Okay, I give each of them one good berry and say, here, to settle your stomachs, you should eat this. I'm a druid, trust me.
I'd like to roll for insight to see if these people are misrepresenting something just because it sounds kind of strange.
Sure.
They sound strange?
Yeah.
Oh, 18.
18 plus 20. I'm like at 20 something. 22.
No, everything they've said to you seems very upright and honest.
Oh, whose family were we looking for?
Oh, Turog's family.
I'm going to ask any of them. Do you guys know someone named Turog?
Yeah, we do. She had the stones south of the town. Why?
We're looking for her family. Have you seen them?
They're missing?
Ned shrugs.
We were looking for the husband and 2 children.
I think so, yeah.
Oh no, I know.
You haven't seen them in here?
No, I'm sorry.
Well, it might be a blessing that they weren't in here.
So, Preston, did you take the floor, put the bodies in the...
Yes.
And let's sit down?
Let's do it.
Yes,
The
yes.
bodies
yes.
in the storage. Put the bodies in the storage.
No.
Okay.
Like that.
So you open up the storage closet and you throw the 2 hobgoblins in there, sans armor and weapons. Which the 2 of the Goliaths are like already put on. They're like, hey, you look at me.
You look
It's not so
good,
bad.
buddy.
Okay, and the Goliaths, the one who's been talking with you pretty regularly, says, "Thank you for your help. Helm's blessings upon you." And they go up the staircase and they leave. Okay, so you're back out in front of the storage
Get a little
unit,
choked up.
near the stairs and the hole and the office. To the west of you, there is another passage that kind of goes down and loops around a little bit, or you can go down the stairs.
Oh.
Wait.
There's more
Matt.
up
Yeah,
there
so
to
there's-
explore.
So
there is this place over here,
that we haven't been
and
to.
there's Site 2, which probably is...
There's that. Yeah.
So we haven't been to that area.
Wait, I think didn't we come in? Wait, where did we enter from?
Where's the stairs?
The center
Here.
of the
So
room.
we haven't been over here. Everything else that's happened is over here.
Correct.
Yeah, let's take a peek in
Check the
other
little
spot.
side area, the left
Yeah.
area. Yeah.
Hurt.
Oh, kitty,
Yeah.
getting in the way.
I don't know.
He's like, last thing was started down here.
Yeah, my foot's down. She just.
Okay. So as you kind of meander down the passageway, it kind of gets more and more narrow and then shorter. It's clear designed. This part not for taller people. So you kind of have to. Some of you might have to hunch and kind of crawl through.
Not
you.
Stand tall.
Upright strut.
And you peek around,
Stand up a
and in
little.
the center of this kind of weirdly shaped room, you see two carts, not mining carts, but kind of like wheelbarrows almost, kind of wooden with handles, and they're both are half full of ore. And along the backside, about 5 feet up, there's a ledge, and there's a miner kind of digging with a shovel, kind of looking in a couple of holes. There's 2 miners up there, and off to your immediate right, in the corner, that corner, thank you. There's another miner kind of sitting down with his back to the wall. And they're not Goliaths this time. They are they're mostly humans. There's 2 humans and there's a dwarf. The dwarf is sitting.
Ned's got her key out again. She's gonna say in a very quiet voice, she's like, "Hello. You guys want to go home?"
Yeah.
She goes up and she's gonna undo everyone's locks.
Okay.
I'm like, go upstairs, but first, do you know how many people are downstairs and how many guards?
Guards? There's none in the main area, but I saw at least 6 go down.
Okay. Are they all the who's the guys? Hobgoblins?
Yeah, hobgoblins.
How many more of you miners down there?
Down there, I know there's 4 more of us, but I haven't heard of them, and they've been down there a lot longer than normal.
Oh, so anything else weird happened recently? Should ask that of the other guys too. Darn! So good cover all question.
Yeah, right.
It's a good general issue question.
We've
notes?
heard some people scream and then just go kind of abruptly stop.
Whoa.
But we don't know what's going on. No, sorry.
Okay.
Let's go to the laboratory, I think. That's in the next floor.
No, I think the laboratory is 2 floors down. So whatever's happening, I don't know. I have no idea what's happening on
There's
the
a lot of
3rd floor.
chambers.
Are we in a big hurry?
It's cold, and the longer we're here, the more chance we have of running into real big trouble, I think. Plus, after a couple days, there's probably going to be a new load of slaves and more people.
Right.
Plus, there's 4 guys down there, and experience might save them.
Yeah. Well, no, I agree. I wanted to run a quick experiment.
Oh, experiments!
I take a little piece of my hempen rope. I take one of the strands off it, and I try to get a spark on it. Okay. I want to see how long it takes it to burn.
How long is the rope? How long is the piece?
About that piece.
A foot.
Okay. So you get a quick spark on it, and it takes a few seconds. I'd say less than 30 seconds.
If we had a foot, would be a standard marker of
Yes.
measurement, I think. So 30, less than 20 seconds, say.
If you had a foot of a strand.
Yeah.
I would give it 30 seconds, maybe 45.
I start stripping off some strands from the rope.
Cool.
Making fuses.
And how many kegs did we take back there?
Dose.
Very good.
2 kegs of 5 pounds of gunpowder. So 10 pounds of gunpowder.
Actually,
And these carts are full of the stuff.
Yes.
The raw ore.
Raw ore.
Not the...
It doesn't turn to gunpowder yet.
Correct.
It's been refined or whatever.
Quick question.
Yeah.
And this is I guess out of character, but when does that blow up? Is it only explosive in powder form?
Gunpowder isn't a thing. It's a mixture of stuff.
It is a
it's
mixture of stuff.
an alloy or something.
It's
It's like an oxidator and
well,
something.
saltpeter was one, like for old black powder, I think saltpeter was one
Mm-hmm.
component.
Sulfur?
They used sulfur. Yeah,
Sulfur.
back guano was used sometimes for part of its property, but I can't tell you. Maybe that was a sulfur. I don't know.
All right. So it's not super. Is this version or D&D version of the ore is that explosive?
Yeah, that's what I
The stuff in the kegs or the stuff in the...
The raw ore.
The
The raw ore is not.
Okay.
No, it's not. And they need to do whatever they do
Process.
to it.
Okay.
Sure.
So we don't have to be so worried
Right.
about
Correct.
this place exploding. It's not like
Yeah.
any
Good to
second
know.
now.
That is
Yeah.
correct.
That's the relieving.
Okay, what are we doing?
Head downstairs.
So we're
Upstairs.
setting these guys free and we're heading downstairs.
Hand them some more sausages. Get them the
Yeah,
sausages.
Still good berries?
Yeah, I still got
Oh, they just said they went upstairs already. They're gone.
Oh, they're gone?
They're
Oh,
gone.
what?
Yeah,
Okay,
take the
fine.
sausages back.
I'm not just looking at my good berries like, missed opportunity.
Okay, so we're just
I put in
going.
my
Now let's
ear
go down
like
the
a
stairs.
cigarette.
Staircase?
Yeah. I think we go to the number
Yeah.
2 there.
Okay. So you go down the
So now we're
staircase, and
here.
again, you're in that kind of like it's a circular, mostly circular room.
This is where we are now.
And again, to the left of you is the same pit going down, except this time you see there is almost like this roller coaster mining cart thing curving from one part of it up around into the upper part of the of the room, kind of a curve thing off to the east, and you see this kind of mining cart shaft disappear off into the east into some unknown portion. Directly to the north is the smithy, and there's a steel door right there. Then to your west, there is a wooden door that is separating you from that other larger room, and the corridors are open. There's no doors there, and that's what you see.
Well, what do I hear?
Oh, actually, hold on.
That's the next question.
There's also the two corridors on the eastern side. They both have swinging doors.
Ah,
So perceptions for sight and sound.
Okay, roll perception.
11.
17.
Okay.
Uh,
10.
right. 23.
Wow. Okay, great. So for I think I'll put it for all of you. Well, anything above 10 and above. Yeah. To the west, in that circular the circular room you haven't been in yet, you hear two things. You hear what appear to be two different voices, hobgoblin voices, kind of whimpering, almost kind of crying or groveling. They're speaking goblin, so you don't know what they're saying. But
But they sound
Still
pathetic.
comprehending.
you're still comprehending language?
I've had an hour on that thing yet.
Okay. So it's not just for text. It's for
It's for
auditory?
audible and
excellent. Okay, so you hear them say, "Please, don't, no," and almost repeating themselves almost insanely. And another voice, which is much larger and bassier, in a language that is guttural and almost kind of, I don't know how to say this, but imagine a very evil whale, like yeah, that kind of, and that voice is saying, Mr. Comprehend Languages, you shall bow before Ognath.
Who's Ognath? Have we heard Ognath before? Why does
it's
it
one of
sound
the
familiar?
two flags that was up in front of the cave there. Helm and the other guy.
No,
No?
it was not. It was Helm and
You tell us? Are you telling us these things?
And you hear him say, serve.
So yeah, there's some sadistic shit going on down there.
Well, what language is he speaking? Do you know? Does that comprehend language tell you that?
No, it doesn't tell me what I'm hearing.
It
Or
just
like
gets
what language.
translated
Yeah, it's just
for it.
translated. And I don't necessarily get like complexities. It's just mostly implied or literal meaning. I don't hear like how he's saying it per se. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
History check on Ugna?
Sure.
Nope.
Sorry.
We don't need to go in there, right? I know I said that before.
Would history or religion?
Whatever's higher for you.
But
What
you know.
part of this? This is from a passageway. Did you hear this?
from me reading here.
From in that room,
Religion.
the big room.
14.
Yeah, 14. You recall hearing this, but you can't put your finger on where it was or how it's attached to a certain kind of information, so you really don't come up with anything.
I'll do the same thing.
Okay? Same for you.
I don't know.
Sorry.
That's cool.
I know the name of that thing somehow, I think. Unless it just sounds like something.
Yeah, it sounds really familiar to me too. Like out of character, I'm like, darn it! I swear I've heard this name before somewhere.
You said it today. I heard you say it today. Like not with me, like here tonight. I thought you said something.
New to me.
Maybe I'm mistaken.
This is having the effect
So
on
listen,
us.
I just want to take, I guess, to go on the bandwagon of the religion piece. Maybe can I try it?
Sure, go for it.
Yeah, I didn't.
Well, if the hobgoblins are cowering from him, maybe he's on our side. Maybe we should take a look.
Should I do an insight check? I have good insight.
Insight on what?
If you think the
The
big guy that you
people coming
can't,
after.
you can't understand his language, so I don't know how
Yeah,
you
only he
interpret
understands
what he's saying.
what's being said. You hear this
But
kind of...
there's body language, right?
We haven't
It's,
seen
it's
it.
the
you can't see it through the door.
Door's closed.
Wait, Zach.
Perhaps we should check out
It
the
sounds
smithy
like
before we move on
a
to where the
gentle
voices
animal.
are. Yeah.
Ned's gonna listen at the smithy door.
Okay. Roll perception.
Oh yeah, I just did and it's bad.
Help.
That was a 10.
All you hear that the smithy is burning.
Okay.
The fire inside is crackling. That's all you hear.
All right. Seems quiet. Ned says with a bit of a shrug.
And it's a door.
Yeah, it's a steel door.
Is it trapped?
Ned checks for traps.
Yeah.
18 plus bunch, so over 20. I think.
You look at the door, examine the inside of the molding, and on the door and the handle, and yeah, the door seems to be pretty okay. It's not
Seems
trapped.
okay.
So who wants to go in? Because I do.
Okay.
So should
I
I?
won't
Pick
go
the
with
weapons
you.
or
Brother, Goliath's together. Arm in arm.
No, not arm in arm, right? Because I got.
Fine, I'll go in front of you if you want.
No.
Don't be frightened.
So, go.
Okay.
Prepared action.
Who's first?
I am.
Even our odds.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors. One
On-
and done.
on
One and
three.
done.
On three.
So 1, 2, 3, then shoot it.
1, 2, 3,
Three.
go, or
One.
on
And
3.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Got him. I'll go first.
Hate you.
Persistence.
Very sophisticated way of solving problems here.
Yeah.
Well, it's the Goliath way.
Issue resolved?
That's true. I dig it. Okay, so you kind of open the door and hear,
And I poke my head.
and you poke your head in. And inside the smithy, you see there's two like 7, 8 foot tables that are full of broken tools. Well, shovels that have been split in two, pickaxes that have been dull and stuff like that, just full of broken stuff. And in the corner, you see like the fire of the smithy forge is burning pretty hot. It's contained, and there's a grate, the whole opening door kind of thing, But that's what you see.
Nobody in here.
Nobody in here.
So I think we should let's let the checkers in. It's good. It's clear. If you want to go in and start perusing, just see. Look at me like that. I don't know. Okay, fine, Matt. What am I gonna do?
Okay. Let me see here. You feel something against the back of your neck.
Like a dart?
Not a dart.
Alright.
It's kind of like a chill.
A chill.
Something that makes you feel very uneasy. And it is, you suddenly feel very, very cold. Colder than you would be in a glacier.
That's hard to beat as a
Goliath.
cold resistant
This
Goliath.
I don't feel so good right now.
And then gonna draw
Can
his
you smell any
swords
evil? What?
and prepare.
How's
He's
that
gonna
possible?
He's gonna detect it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and detect that now. I mean, what's the feeling is cold? Like,
Okay.
Wait, do we both feel the same feeling? 'Cause-
No, just him right now.
What's the matter with you, brother? Clearly, we enjoy this temperature.
I think something's going on. Just detect evil.
North, you feel the same thing, but going up the side of your arm, like
Whoa.
some kind of slippery hand is running up your arm.
What magic have you caught on me, my brother? I feel the same thing.
Okay, and you detect a presence here, but it's kind of leaning towards good, but it's definitely from the afterlife.
So I'm hearing the nice things, but faintly.
Yeah. You hear some bells and a harp here and there.
Oh, so I'm a bit confused.
Would this be perception or insight for me to roll to see if I could kind of get if there's like a certain feeling about
Insight.
11.
Give me a helping hand on that because I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah, you get
Go ahead.
advantage.
Natural.
Ooh, not 20.
20. Okay. So based upon the way it approached you and the feeling and just the general clamminess of the feeling, you kind of get the impression that this is a lost soul that is looking for contact, that's looking to reach out to be heard again and to once again be recognized.
Be still, Goliath, brother. This is not some mere cold that's going through us. Something is reaching to us from the veil.
Tiger.
Something is reaching into me as well.
Right, but I
Listen.
understand it's to be good though. This is not something to be feared because I don't. This is a good thing. So perhaps we should listen to it.
I will listen carefully. I will listen very carefully.
How do we listen to it?
Okay.
I mean, how? Like it's just chilling us.
Yeah.
You know what? So okay. So I mean, I don't know any better. I'm just gonna continue to walk through. Maybe it's protecting me from getting too hot in this place.
Did you not say you are looking for someone? Perhaps this creature is related to this thing that you are looking for. Perhaps it's already too late.
But maybe it could be all of those things, man. Oh, I think it's just helping me keep cool in this room right now.
You did not seem so calm before. Now suddenly you are at
It's
ease.
super good. I mean,
Do
absolutely.
my words make you feel at ease?
No.
No.
No, not at all. I'm gonna continue to walk in.
Feel your emotions if you must. I know your emotions. I like you too.
Okay, you walk in. Can any of you speak with the dead? I don't think any of you can.
I don't think so.
What
Sometimes
language
the classes
does the dead
they
speak?
have.
Yeah, that's fair.
I like to make fun of them. But,
That sounds like a magic thing and not
Yeah.
a language thing.
That's a cleric thing.
Yeah.
Usually, or some people who have favorite soul abilities.
I don't know if.
Horns, get in
actually
here.
had it. I
I
don't
don't
think
know. I don't
actually
think
had
you have
anything
it
like
though.
that. Oh.
So if you cannot speak with the
Nothing in my bag of tricks.
What? I know I don't have anything, but I thought maybe there was some kind of
okay.
like divine favor. But I
I
think that's just
no, I don't have anything useful.
So the presence, you feel the presence moving, and it's through the general coldness and the clamminess. Go over into the forge, and you see it goes into the fire, and the fire changes from red to blue.
It's gonna peek in and see if there's anything in the room that she can steal.
There's absolutely things you can steal, all kinds of stuff. What are you looking for?
Are there any anything shiny?
There's some parts of them are shiny. It's mostly broken tools, though there are some some fragments and shards of diamonds that are scattered across the table that are kind of remnants, kind of some are stuck into portions of the broken tools.
I'll take a portion of a broken tool that has some diamonds stuck in it.
Okay.
That sounds awesome.
Okay, so you get a part of a broken shovel.
Sweet. Diamond broken shovel.
Yeah, diamond crusted broken
Is this
shovel.
Minecraft?
No. Yeah.
Can you detect magic on this presence inside of this room?
Sure.
That's what I want to do. I'm going to take 10 minutes to
Okay, so you
cast.
start casting it. Okay, so 10 minutes. What are you doing?
I'm going to go ahead and peer into the fire.
Okay.
Maybe knowledge religion to see if this is like a way to convey a message or anything. Honestly, burn this die. 6.
You look at you, and this is a pretty cool fire. I mean, it's keeping me warm right now. You know, and it's not really doing much. You, as far as messaging goes, you're like, this is great.
I like blue.
Yeah.
Blue's nice.
I'm actually if anything trips the memory banks about something like this.
Okay.
The legends I know. History. So 18.
18. I mean, I think you've probably heard of some spirits inhabiting other kinds of forges, and sometimes those forges were producing corrupt items, especially the ones that were malevolent or poltergeisty.
And did you tell me that?
I relay that information.
Right, but I'm getting the sense that this spirit is good. I don't feel like it's malevolent. I don't feel like it's a poltergeisty. I feel like it's a good thing.
What if blast items out of this thing? Out of this forge?
It's not a god. It's just a dead
No,
person.
like good stuff instead of bad stuff. Instead of cursed.
What if we took some of the scrap metal and melted it until it liquefied? Maybe the spirit could manipulate that into a message for us?
Worth a shot. Looks like it's trying to do something.
It's going to take some time.
Wait, what if
That's true, right?
I'm just going to be an idiot, and when it's... I'd like to take one of my other swords that I had and stick it right in the fire and pull it back up.
Okay.
One of your
For how long?
spare
So
swords?
so I don't want it to be like, because I have one sword that's a +1 right now, and then I've got an old one that I've got.
Gotcha.
I want to stick it in there before it starts to like break the integrity of the sword, but then pull it back out as it's glowing orange or something.
Okay, so you pull it out and it glows really kind of this lovely, like tangerine. It's like very, very malleable. Like if you're going to actually bend it and shape it, it would be that kind of orange. Yeah, you pull it out and you look at it, and as it cools off, you realize that the color of that you had put in the smithy has changed a little slightly. And so instead of the nice sheen, there's kind of this weird green crackling to it now.
Interesting.
Wait for that spell to detect magic.
Yeah.
No,
Okay, 10 minutes have gone by. And the detect magic, what's the language on detect? Is it just
I can see a glow around things, and I understand what school of magic, if any, the things are.
okay?
I'm just going to stay by the door, keep it closed,
Yep.
and
Okay.
guard it.
So, is what you're seeing is essentially like a transmutation kind of effect. It's not a spell that you know of per se, but the integrity of the blade has been severely compromised.
It would match by what I know.
So, what is magic that has happened to the blade? Some sort of transmutation magic.
Yeah, the part that has been put into the forge.
Do I detect the magic of this entity, or do I detect any other magic in the room?
Nope, it's just the entity in the forge.
Okay.
Maybe you can blow it up.
Look, it was that one time
No.
that I was doing what everybody wanted me to do.
No.
Knowledge Arcana.
Okay.
See if I can figure it out, maybe. No dice lost me today. 9.
Switch your dice, man.
I did.
It's not just your dice.
Yeah.
number.
So you look at it and you're like, that's pretty amazing.
Everything about this fight
Yeah.
is really cool.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not.
Goliath.
Okay. Anybody else?
There was something that was calling to us both, chilling us to the bone. Perhaps it is trying to speak to us in ways that are simpler. Clearly it's reaching out. Spirits. And I reach out with my warm hand.
Wait, into the fire?
No,
that the
I
spirit
reach out.
went into?
No, I reach out into the air because my hand was feeling cold on the side. It was reaching up and it went to him, so I'm just like, yo. Reach out and touch my hand, just the tips of my fingers, if you feel to need to communicate with us.
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Oh no, that's a 5.
I rolled a heavy 6.
You put your hand out there, and you just kind of temperature doesn't change, and you see the fire inside the forge just kind of and die down for a moment.
I didn't want to speak to you anyway.
Nothing up with the sword other than is it still glowing green and crackly?
Just the part you put into the forge,
Right.
green and crackly.
So,
Dead or a glowing pot.
does it feel like it's a weaker sword?
Not generally, but it looks like if you were to strike with the tip of it, it would shatter.
Is there anything else green and crackly in the smithy?
Make a perception check.
Good, that was almost a 5 and it's 13 now. Perception. 18.
You see several of the pickaxes and some of the shovels have like these weird kind of spider veins that were cracks. That looks very similar to the cracking that's in your sword.
Can I take, since it was some sort of transmutation, can I take a look and inspect it, investigate, and see if I can figure out what kind of thing it's turned into?
Why are you rolling a d12?
That's because I thought
That's
it
probably
had.
First of all,
there it is.
16.
16!
Wow. Rolled it with style. It would have been better roll it 20, but you know.
Plus,
Missing die went to his.
6 plus 6, so
22. And you're investigating the tools?
the type of material that it's turned into.
The transmutation
Okay.
itself.
Yeah.
So you start looking at the cracks and the fissures inside of these tools, and it's looking like it's turned into almost dust.
Interesante.
Dust.
Yeah, it's turning into like a very, very fine iron powder almost. Yeah.
I'll take it. There's a chunk of ore in here.
No.
Can I get a chunk of ore and put it in this forge? Because
Put
what
a
if it
sausage in the forge.
what if it insta-dusts
Put
the
sausage in the
gunpowder?
forge. If it's like super aging, the things will have a really old sausage and we'll know.
Oh,
A worst
old
case, it's
sausage
a
is
good sausage.
delicious. One.
You throw it into the forge?
Wait a second.
Like-
Okay, no, I have another one. I just kind of dangle it over. I'm just gonna dangle this over the fire. There
Maybe
you go.
use a stick.
You just
Don't
gotta
bring
put
it in.
You put it on a
I have long arms,
sword.
little one, not like you.
Why don't you use a pickaxe or something?
I have long arms.
And burn your
Voice in
hand,
the darkness.
drunk fool.
He's gonna dust his arms.
Okay, your hand gets a little too close. You take 1 point of fire damage. You did drop it. You drop the sausage in front of the furnace, but it's now a dried cooked sausage.
So nothing special has happened to the sausage.
Nothing special is delicious.
Wait,
Correct.
Okay.
perhaps now you said this spirit is a good spirit, but it somehow corrupts the things that are put into the forge. What if the spirit is of a smith who lived here, who is deliberately sabotaging the tools to make mining harder, to try in some way to thwart the efforts of the hobgoblins?
You are so smart. I mean, you really just blow my mind. But I think that's the way it is. I mean, it's a good thing. It's a good spirit. That's what I felt. It totally demolished this weapon that I used to kill things before. And, well, yeah, it makes sense.
Snow's gonna look in the fire and go, hazy, right?
Are you going to talk to the fire and say that?
Persuasion?
Make a persuasion check.
It's
Conning the
totally
fire.
makes sense.
Good God, man, you suck tonight.
Wow.
Roll better.
You're doing a great job, my young friend.
10.
Yeah, the fire doesn't respond.
Doesn't care.
Still a cool fire.
Yeah, it's still just a cool fire.
It's still a cool fire.
So,
You're from hell, so fire, hell, good.
I go televangelist on the fire here, and I basically go, "Oh, great spirit!
Oh my goodness.
Tell us your purposes."
Oh my
I'm like a true televangelist.
Natural one.
You never said
Thank
that.
you, Tyrael.
I
Heard
heard
you signed, sealed, and lit. Oh, you delivered
Oh
it.
my god, okay.
That
So Tyrael, kind of feeling the vibe, just kind of strong. Oh, spirit!
You're starting to have better performance skills.
Yeah.
Would you like some of my drinks?
And you get nothing. Nothing. Actually, you discover
The awkward silence of my
No.
party members.
that the floor and all the surfaces on this floor in general have gotten weirdly wet and slick, and you slip and fall on your face.
Oh
And you take a roll of d6.
Weirdly.
no! Floor is melting. This room is so warm that it's melting right
No, you're on stone.
Ouch. 5 damage.
Really
Yeah.
face planted.
Yeah, you take 5 points of damage.
now.
That's what I get for being a televangelist.
Yes.
Ned's gonna say, "Do you need rescuing? Flare up once for yes and twice for no."
Make a persuasion check.
Oh my gosh, that was a 2. What is wrong?
Nobody
with
is persuading this ghost
Yeah.
is anything.
We should get out of this room.
It's
as
hard.
quickly
I
as
think
possible.
Unless
No more rolls.
The ghost is saying go.
that? Yeah.
It's
I
hard
got
to
nothing.
talk to fire.
Let's go. This fire is.
I don't have. Wait,
Ender.
this is like my wheelhouse.
Okay.
Can I give it a shot? Give it a
Yeah.
shot?
Yes.
Waiting for
Okay,
that one.
one last go.
One last roll. of
That's
one.
true.
I play a soothing tune on the lute to start with. I said, "Oh, spirits." Should I ask it?
Are you sabotaging
Flare
the
once
tools,
for yes,
or are
twice
you
for no?
protecting this place and sabotaging the tools?
Yes. Are you protecting this place and sabotaging the tools? Flare once for yes, twice for no. Actually, still 19.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh.
19. So, as you pull out your lute, you're playing a tune, and you ask the question, and the smithy just flares once, and then goes dark.
Okay.
Guess that's a yes.
Yes.
Spirit, we are here to end enslavement and to rescue Eladrin King, Oberon. Do you know if this Oberon still lives? Flare once for yes, twice for no. If you don't, spell flare once for yes, 2 if you don't know, 3 times if he's dead.
Getting
Good job.
complicated.
Dave. Well
4 if you like sausage.
Addendum. Okay. So there's a moment goes by, and you see the embers kind of swirl, and it flares up into a blue cylinder once, and then subsides. That's a good sign.
In the right place.
And
All right.
I think we should probably get going.
One last question to the fire. Is there anything we can do to free you? Once for yes, twice for no.
It's flared up once, and then the second cylinder flared up twice, and then subsides.
Yes and no.
That just means no.
No, just no.
Spirit will. We find rest someday.
Al's hungry.
Wait.
Let Tuzar near it.
Oh, that's a good backup plan, actually.
All right,
What are we doing?
I'm out.
Let's
go.
go.
Let's
Let's
go.
go explore.
We're good on
something
the
else.
ghost room.
Should we see what's been going on with the hobgoblin and the?
yeah.
Yes, let's check in on that little soap opera.
Buffalo Bill the Spirit over there, apparently.
Okay. So you're going over to the western side, right?
Just to listen.
Just to listen?
We don't want to go in there.
Oh, come on. We gotta find out what's going on.
Well, we have to listen first. Make a plan.
Okay, who's listening? Snow goes over. Make a perception check.
You don't even have ears.
Anybody want to assist me in listening?
Yes.
Alvin giving you advantage. So Snow and Alvin's like just above him.
Wow.
Man, listen, guys, I've never seen Rid roll this bad.
What'd you roll? 4. Oh, that was your highest?
3 to 5.
A 5 and 3.
Oh, wow, okay.
And I get a -1.
So
good.
I'd like to just pat you on the back and say, "Good try, good try." I'm a listen. It's a 14.
Okay. So it's instead of what you heard earlier, the groveling and the sniveling and the pleasing, the begging has ceased. And instead you hear both the hobgoblins say, "We serve Ognath."
Light detect magic is still up. Can I detect anything through the door?
You detect an illusion.
An illusion?
Ooh, illusion magic.
That's my kind of stuff.
You gonna tell us about it, or you
I am
just keep it
totally
yourself?
telling you guys about it. Because I want to talk about magic.
For no other reason.
So yeah, like there's some sort of illusion happening in that other room. Some sort of magical illusion.
Is there no room there or something?
So I'm seeing.
What do I see? I should see like a glowing outline of some sort of magic.
The door's closed.
The door's closed. Yeah. That's right. So if you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object.
It's not an object that's visible.
The spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone.
Bless you.
Bless you.
So what does that mean? What visible? I see a faint aura.
Maybe under the
Invisible,
door.
I don't see a faint aura. Okay.
You got
I
it?
guess that must be.
You detect it through that stuff, but you don't see the aura until it's in, like, you don't see what actually is magical until it's within your actual vision. It makes sense.
Can you tell how strong it is?
So these corridors?
Yeah.
Is this a room up above here that got cut
Yeah,
off?
that got cut off.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't just like a weird little end corridor. So there's a room.
It's the end of a corridor.
Okay.
It's not. I wouldn't say it's a room per se.
Just wondering if we should like split up and try to go into the room with 2 different sides.
I'm gonna open the door.
All right.
So we're
Stu's just like, so there's
Okay,
magic
like-
in here.
Yeah, basically.
Sorry.
Magic.
Sorry,
Okay.
everyone.
So Tuzar just fascinated by this what he's learned from the detect magic spell. Just opens the door like, hey, and so okay, on each side of the wall, let's see the northwest and the northeast side, there are 2 ledges, and on each side there are 2 miners who look kind of they're holding pickaxes and they're ready to basically pick at the wall. And on the extreme west side, you see that the wall has a lot of cracks and a lot of fissures in it, in between the ice and the rock. You see water kind of ready to shoot through. Right before you, in the middle of the room, you see 2 hobgoblins who have now stood up, and they look kind of ready, like they're almost not zombified. They're not undead, but they're not like their usual.
Dazed.
They're dazed. They're in their different kind of body posture. They're kind of enthralled at the very large thing you see before you. It looks like a very large tadpole that has these incredible tentacles that from its tail portion to kind of fan out into these kind of long, mucousy, dripping tentacles that wrap around its body. And along the upper face of it, there's ridges of several pairs of eyes, and it opens up its mouth, and it's this giant circle of several rows of teeth.
Can I see the aura of illusion around that?
You do.
That's not real.
Looks well, and to everyone else in the room, looks real.
It's an illusion. It's illusion magic.
Can you dispel?
Can I just
I cannot dispel it, but I
cast
think
lightning at it?
That's cool. We could just believe it.
You want to cast lightning at it?
But
Big
we're-
tentacle thing right off the bat. What do you think?
it's an illusion. It won't do anything.
I mean,
It won't do anything. It's an illusion.
what's underneath it?
Mhm.
Is it something like projecting an illusion around it, or
I'd like to use an action to see if I can see through the illusion. To because since I'm aware that that's what it is.
Oh yeah, I think that's
Okay,
how that
just
works,
believe it.
right?
Hold on.
To
Yeah.
disbelieve the
Yeah,
illusion.
that's how illusions work, right?
It looks at you.
Uh-huh.
It notices you.
Okay.
And in your mind, you hear it speaking to you.
oh,
Yeah.
I'm liking this more and more.
And what's your greatest fear?
Let's choose our fear.
What's two?
Flaws, anything?
Hot lava.
Not ever finding
You
Zoo.
mean to kill
Yeah, like my biggest fear would be like that Zook would be disappointed with me. Yeah,
Scribble, scribble, scribble.
yeah, that Zook would be really,
Yep.
really disappointed.
Note made. So you feel whatever this entity is probing inside of your mind and extracting information, and it knows Zook, and it knows that you are petrified of disappointing Zook.
And you know that it knows this? Like he knows.
He feels it.
Oh.
He feels it working inside of him.
I don't know.
We don't know yet.
Who gets back next? What's our initiative? What's our...
Well, he's done something. You guys, let's just. You guys can all do one thing.
Let's go
I'm going
around.
to cast Dispel Magic on it.
Okay.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Third level or lower, it's gone. Fourth level, it's a spell check plus its spell level.
It's not a spell.
Well, it's magical.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a spell.
It's
It doesn't have a spell level. Is
It's
what
not
you're
a
saying?
spell level.
Ability.
It's an ability. Okay.
One creature, object, or magical effect within range.
It is a magical. It's a magical effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any third level or lower on the target ends. Each spell, fourth
Yeah.
level or higher on the target. Make the ability check.
It's not. It's an ability. It's not a spell.
So it's magic.
It's like a class.
Yeah.
So magical effects that count.
Okay.
It's spell magic. It says
Yeah,
any
but how does he
creature,
know what
object, or
level?
magical effect.
Huh.
Let's do this then.
Like try to suppress the aura kind of.
Can you make roll a d20 with your spell ability modifier?
What is that?
Should be
Right.
charisma as a bard.
Yeah, 14.
Not enough. So you see the image kind of struggle to maintain form for a second, then just stop as Andrew's magic is resisted.
how far apart are the hobgoblins from each other?
5 feet.
And how far away quickly is the weird thingy that is that from us?
It's from you.
Yes.
25 feet.
I can totally reach this thing and hit all three of them.
Well, and I would like to caution, right? Because we're cautioned by using fire and lightning. But we did learn that it needs to be in a different kind of state. But this is a magical realm of things and it could blow up, so I don't care. Go for it.
Another issue. The wall that's leaking the water. Is that directly behind them? Like if we
Yep.
were okay. Don't fire the lightning bolt. It'll hit the wall and maybe drown us all.
He's built it. Traps. For our failures. But wait. Alright, so
I'm gonna
Wait, you said 25 feet?
Yes.
no.
So I'm going to charge up a shocking grasp. One sorcery point to range at 30 feet.
Okay.
And then another just to make it stronger.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and shock the thing.
Okay.
It's an illusion.
I'm going to shock it.
Yeah, but there's something there. There's something consciousness behind it.
Either there's something in it or something around it, and I'm going to shock the thing and see what it does. So let's see.
And then pop shape changes out. Shape changes pops them out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does it work underground? Oh,
Okay.
it's not.
There's no way.
All right.
I'm just waiting for it now.
I know, right? Like, what the heck is happening?
There's just,
If I hit
there's
this,
just the hip.
oh yeah, I gotta hit it. So if I hit it,
To the hip.
it can't react until its next turn, whenever that would be. And if whatever I hit has metal armor, it gets advantage or whatever. Shit. With spell bonus. Okay, so I hit 14. Maybe?
Nope.
Okay.
Then I shall try.
Okay.
Moonbeam.
Okay, hold the phone here. Okay, after Tiro sends this kind of this orb, right? Or is
Shotgun
it?
grasp.
Oh, okay, it's like a hand.
Yeah, so
Okay, it's a spectral hand of lightning comes out and kind of latches onto one of the tentacles and kind of just shrugs it off. From the corridor to the north side.
I'm assuming that is this one?
Assuming
Yeah,
North is up,
you there's a presence there that's that is backlit, and it's floating, and it looks like a torso that's kind of floating with these different kind of appendages appearing from each side.
Do I see any magic
And
on it?
you see the image in the center, look towards it, and utter something in this kind of. It says kill. I need you guys to roll initiative.
Do I see an aura around it?
Oh, the guy in the hallway?
Yeah, the other thing.
It's just that you're detecting magic, right?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I hope so too.
Well, I mean, it's you look magical abilities or
Any magic from any school.
Is it really all?
Practically.
For the duration, sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of me.
I want to
If I sense magic in this way, I can use my action to see a faint aura
30
around
feet?
any visible object.
it's not within 30 feet of you
It's
yet.
not within 30 feet.
We're gonna get the battle
Aha.
map, right? We're gonna get the battle map.
Yeah, we can get it.
We need minis.
Okay.
Right, pause.
Oh, are we? Yeah, okay. How about
Yeah,
we
just
pause?
we'll hit pause for a second.
Trying to get it over here.
All right, initiative.
I just don't know the sizes of our characters.
13 for Ned.
13 here.
Oh.
For snow.
19.
I have one very simple. I'm 9.
17 for Alvin.
6 for Tyrion.
Oh my gosh.
I'm at the bottom.
Ouch.
Five.
Way down low.
Anybody got lower than
Oh,
5?
that's for you.
You're the bottom?
I'm the bottom.
What's
Oh,
your
Calvin, you win.
I don't know. It's the bad
I win.
I think you won.
Good
Never win position.
Put Tuzar down on the very, very bottom.
What's yours?
What did you
Okay.
get?
5.
I got it. I have to beat some.
Okie dokie. Did everybody beat 19?
Yeah,
I got a 19.
What's your
I had
modifier?
20.
We got 19 to. Oh, modifier for. You
Your
don't want to roll it
dexterity.
up. My
Like,
dexterity
what part was your...
is +1. Yeah, okay. On 3.
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yes, I got it.
Okay.
Remember to do rock, paper, scissors night.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so this is the Hobgoblin. After a Nolo. So it's 19. So is it 17 to 15?
Yeah, 17.
17. And 15? 14. 13?
213.
Myself and Ned.
13s?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
13.
Ned probably wins with the dex there.
Yeah.
So Ned, then
Plus
Snow.
4.
Yeah, you got it.
12. 11. 10. 9.
9.
9. Northwind. 9. 8.
I think we're right.
7. 6.
Third
6. Tyrio with a 6. 5. What's your modifier?
That's it, I think. Oh, do I have a modifier?
Dex. What's your dexterity? +1? +1.
+1.
Oh, you okay? You go before the other guy.
You beat somebody.
You beat some
Who
dude.
you go before?
The other guy, the entity. You're not identifying.
Ah, I see what you did there.
Yeah. I almost let it slip.
Does he?
Floaty McFloaty
Okay.
over there. Right, we said he floated into the room.
He did. He's hovering. Okay, so just so you guys know, the room, all the floor has this kind of mucus covering all of it.
Gross.
It is difficult terrain,
Oh.
so it takes twice as much movement to get through everything,
Now,
except for the guy that hovers.
now, when you say difficult terrain,
Yeah.
I would like to bring up the fact that one of my druid things is that doesn't bother me, but is that only when it's plants difficult terrain, or am I good on the slime here?
Where does it? What's
It's a druid thing. I will reference.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, you have to look it up.
let's get the exact
Yeah.
language.
Okay. Let me
How big is
give you the wording on that.
The what?
What size class is the floating?
It's a large beast or a large entity, not a beast.
Okay. Yeah. Land's stride. It's called. Sorry.
What's it called? What's it?
Land's stride.
Yeah.
So starting at 6th level, moving through non-magical difficult terrain is this
Magical.
It's magical. All right, then
Sorry.
we're good. I don't need to read anything else off of this.
So
Okay.
you can't prestidigitate the.
Nope.
Ah.
You cannot.
Okay.
Just cleaning clues.
This-
It's worth a shot.
This is something you guys have not faced before. This is exciting.
Magic goop.
Okay, if you want to make perception checks on the entity, you may.
Is that our turn?
If you, I'll just let you. It won't be a turn. I'll just
Okay.
let you guys get
We're
information.
just perceiving.
I don't see nothing.
So, do I see any magical aura around the floaty thing? I can't remember.
It's it with
You're
are
too
you
far
good?
away.
You're too
Oh, it's
far
too
away.
far away. Too
Yeah.
far away.
17.
19.
Okay, 19. So
16.
you all three of you look at this and you realize as it comes into the dim light of this room, you see this giant floating eye and a mouth, and these appendages that have these smaller eyes attached to them. But it doesn't seem to be like as I don't know, very clear as other eyes are. They're very opaque, and they're kind of rotting, and you see like this flesh falling off of this thing and dripping onto the floor. It's clear. It's definitely a zombie beholder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
I need to show you something. This is blowing my mind right now.
But it's an illusion.
But it's an
That
illusion.
guy.
Not the entity.
That's the entity that you just
Oh.
Yeah.
described.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were perceiving the thing that just floated into the room.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Alright, so Imager today. Alright, this is one of the posts. Okay, first thing is a death slab.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Death Tyrant is the next one.
That's not a no. That's the wrong image for that thing.
And then the other thing that I got was a bunch of these. Bugbear.
The whole room is
Nah.
so each one
Okay,
of
but
those
if you
is
scroll up
basically 10 feet.
to the beholder,
So
that
men can
keep
go
going, the beholder.
spaces.
If you want to show away, that's what you see.
Lovely.
Guys, sweet.
Ooh. Oh, great.
So
He's pleasant.
Magic's
Yeah.
probably gonna bounce right off that.
Magic is not the way to
But
go.
here's the other thing that popped up in that same thread.
Oh, Loxodon.
Yeah. As well as a Goliath.
Oh wow.
Randomly.
Tyrio.
So, can I tell if these other eyes can still see and function?
No. You assume. I mean, it's coming towards you, and then the thing inside it told to kill. So you assume it has some sort of sight capabilities.
All right. So, what do? Do we hit this with a stick, or do we burn it?
How tall is the room?
The room is 30 feet tall.
Is the mucus on the walls and or ceiling?
Yeah. Everything on the everything on the third floor is covered in mucus.
Like the whole, even where we've been? Oh.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Gross.
There are reasons for this. There are explanations. It's just I can't tell you now. Come on, Anders.
Oh,
Let's go!
He's so ready.
He's bouncing around like a little boy.
So there's the entities, which is the drawing.
Yeah.
And then there's the beholder thing, which is that.
Correct.
And then the miners.
Oh,
are
yeah, the miners. I
guys.
got the miners out. I'm sorry.
They're just around the room, right? Doing
Probably
minor
mining this
things.
stuff.
No.
Please tell me they're not trying to pick through
I
the
should
vault to
correct
make the
that.
water.
No. I just wanted everyone on the map.
No, I mean, the miners hopefully aren't on the level.
Oh, well, I don't know what they're doing.
Okay. Oh, no.
The miners have all their pickaxes raised, like they're ready to start hacking at the wall in front of you.
What is that?
Which is retaining all the water.
Is that
Yeah, the entity and then the hobgoblins.
The hobgoblins are DM1?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yep. Alright, cool.
This is the beholder, and the miners will act after that, and so will the other entity.
So wait, DM1 is, I'm sorry, Boulder.
Yeah, zombie beholder.
Zombie.
Yeah, not a full strength beholder.
I mean,
But you're in an ice cavern.
Are all of his? It's okay.
As long as you hit the
Are all
beholder,
of his
not
eyes
anything.
cloudy?
Yes.
All of them are cloudy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, you're good.
I mean, you get the idea that he can see,
Kind of.
but it's just.
I don't have like turn
I mean, he's not a full strength beholder
Well, I mean,
because
you have,
he's
like-
dead.
Is Smite fully down?
Is Can I acknowledge
Very, very
Arcana
cool
or religion or something to glean information about this thing?
Yeah, probably Arcana.
Okay. $17.
Okay, what do you want to know?
Do the eyes eat magic?
The eyes eat magic. What do you mean eat magic?
Do you mean like this?
Like whenever you
resistance?
cast anything at him, do they just suck the magic so it
Is it
instantly
resistance?
doesn't work?
Okay.
Bounce, yeah.
Based upon it's kind of physical decay, I think you understand that that those magical barriers of the normal beholder don't exist.
I'm going to cast confusion on the beholder.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay, that's good.
for a magic caster, that's real good news.
This is the best news.
A lot of
That's
things
actually
in this
around the
table.
table,
Around this table.
10-foot radius sphere, so it's right on it.
Okay.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw. It's a wisdom saving throw,
Okay.
which is DC 16.
He fails.
Aha. So, okay, affected targets can't take reactions and must roll a d10 at the start of each of its turns to determine its behavior for that turn.
Okay. When it's my turn, let me know. I will roll the d10.
At the end of its turns, the affected target can make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Cool. Are you moving?
I am going to slide me. No, that's what you would do. Moving towards danger.
That is exactly what I would do.
Yeah, I'll step in front of Tuesday there.
Oh, sorry.
Give you a little protection.
Whoops.
Thank you.
I have a shield.
Okay.
Get more hit points.
I'm pretty healed.
Okay. Another.
Let's see.
Yes. In here?
That's how many spaces?
That's, well,
5, 10?
yeah, 10. So
Well,
then,
10, 20. Because it's all difficult terrain.
You're on difficult terrain, so instead of 5 feet, just.
well, let me just blow your mind with Misty Step then, Mr. Powers.
Oh.
And I'm gonna
Ah!
right here.
You're a funeral man.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
And then he disappeared into its face.
I'm super worried about this move, though. So if my fingers are on it, can I move back? All right, so I'm going to stay right there. And that was a bonus action. And now I'm going to smack it with my first attack. And this would be, let's just go with Branding Smite.
Ooh.
Get it, sucker. I'm going to take that one. And that will be a 26.
That's a hit.
Boof! And let me just give you my secondary follow-up attack. It'd just be normal because I can't cast 2 Braining Smites. Oh wait, would it be this? Actually, Braining Smite is the funky one, and it says the next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack and it lasts for a minute, the attack deals an extra 2d6 radiant damage, and the target becomes visible if it's invisible, and the target sheds dim light in a 5-foot radius and can't become invisible until the spell ends. So, no, it doesn't. So, it's just the one. So, here's my second attack. 16.
16 hits.
Alright. Numero uno attack would be... Wait, I'm sorry. 8 damage regular and 7 smite or radiant.
So that's how much?
That would be 7 radiant damage and 2 radiant. 8.
15.
8 regular, yeah.
Does radiant double against?
Does radiant double? Oh, sorry, I should have read that, but I'm pretty sure it does. And the next time you... So does radiant damage go... Do I get more for it? Okay. And my other attack that does damage is... I think it's 11. Give me a 9 regular damage.
Total?
For the second attack?
Yeah. Okay. So your first long sword slashes through part of the fleshy part of the beholder, and you see this divine radiant energy, this yellow glow emerge from your blade, and you come down and you slash it again. And he's like...
And now he's shedding a 5-foot radius dim light.
Yeah.
He cannot go
He's
invisible.
glowing.
That's right.
Glowing like an angel.
Gotta bring it down like a demon.
Okay.
Saint demon angel.
Yeah. So the hobgoblins, they seem to be connected to this illusions and all. They kind of, you see them turn and look at the party there, and they immediately start just walking forward. Could you move both those guys forward 3 squares? Thank you. Cool.
Are they affected? Do they seem to be affected by the mucus?
Yeah, they are affected by the
Yeah.
too. Yep.
So that was okay.
That's 60 feet of movement, cut in half, 3 squares.
No, that was 30 feet.
Oh, 30. I mean, yes.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
And
Okay.
they both have shields, and their long swords are kind of at their side a little bit, kind of hanging loosely. Matt.
Yeah.
Or Alvin. Ned's on deck.
As my bonus action, I just want to say, hey Ned, good luck out there, and just fist bump some guidance into her.
What?
And then as my action, I cast Moonbeam at the hobgoblins. So they need to pass
We do now.
a 14. After watching him do it, I was like,
That's after you did it.
a 14 DC
damage.
save. Just, it affects the damage that this deals
What's
on them.
the ability?
Is it a wisdom? Assuming Constitution.
It's
Doesn't
a...
matter, I got a 1.
It is a Constitution.
Doesn't matter, I got a 1.
Okay, so they're going to take all of the damage.
Yeah, all of the damage.
Yeah, and I'm just casting this at 2nd level. I'm not bumping it up.
Okay.
So 13 damage, radiant damage, each. They're next to each other, right?
Yes.
Yeah, each.
Okay, you see, like, this... Somehow this lunar light just opens up on top of the ceiling and fires down on top of them. And you see, like, the mucus that they're drenching can kind of disintegrate, and their flesh starts to burn a little bit. Like, and they look very confused about what's going on. Oh, shit, they come to. They look around. They're like, what's going on? And they like, why are we here? They look very, very confused.
Oh.
You let him burn.
They're still
Still
hobgoblins.
hobgoblins, yeah.
They are still hobgoblins.
I mean, yes,
Sorry.
they are.
Ned.
Your turn.
Well, that's Matt. Alvin, you moving?
No, I'm where I'm at.
Okay.
Maybe I just like walk into the room. I
Okay.
don't really go anywhere. Was that
That was
me?
me.
Oh, sorry, my mistake.
Yeah,
Just
that's
just
30.
inside the room.
No.
Not really.
Would you consider a diagonal move like
That's 15.
15? So I could. Oh shoot. Okay, so I can't. Well, that's gonna have to go for it. She's gonna go for stabbing. She's gonna go for stabbing. Where the heck am I? There it is. Howard does a 19. Is that
That's
hit?
a hit.
Howie man, that's
Oh.
19. 19 damage.
Holy Chicago.
Yeah. So you take Howard and it's like, you stab it clean through his chest and pull back out, and you see him like, he crumples into the mucus.
Can Ned move more now and attack with her second attack?
You have like 5 feet left.
Do I have 15?
That's-
I have 25. So
What's your base speed?
25. So
And you
so
move-
if I move 15,
That's 10
that's
left.
10 left.
But the moonbeam cleared up some
Which
stuff
would be
on
more.
the
I can
right
move there. Yeah, I should
Move,
still
yeah.
be able to move here,
Okay.
right? I
Do
can't
a
move
jammy
diagonally. I can do
Okay.
here. And I'm gonna try. Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna swing Lewis.
Are you in the moonbeam?
Oh no, I don't think so. Am I?
Well, it's only 5 feet.
Yeah, no, then I wouldn't be.
It's only you only hit 1 then.
Oh. My mistake.
So
Okay.
this guy's been moonbeamed because
Well,
he's
it's
dead.
just-
So,
it's
yeah,
okay.
he's-
It's
so
moonbeamed,
moonbeams
okay.
here. Give me a d6 because that was your
Okay.
first round, right? That's how I usually do.
Oh,
it.
to count it.
And then so that's one round.
Sorry, my.
That's okay.
Ah,
That's okay.
Dude is dead.
Yep. So you can hit the other guy if you want.
Ned is going to do that. Ooh, 19.
That's a hit.
Well, she does 6 or 5 damage.
5 damage.
Because I rolled a 1 of damage.
Okay, now I will roll for him. The first guy was confused.
This is my
He's
first
like, what?
movie.
You slash him, and he cuts kind of in the chainmail and indents it a little bit. He's like he comes to out of his charm. He's like, what? Who are you? What's going on? And you don't hear that. He hears that. Sorry, but he's in goblin. He looks very surprised. Snow, the north one, you're on deck.
Alright, so let's see. 10, 20, 30. And I'm going to. Alright. I'm going to use my Ray of Frost on the zombie holder. And because you are within 5 feet, I get the pack tactics advantage thingy, so I roll 2 dice on that, which I will probably need, considering how I've been rolling all night.
Get it.
That is a nat 20.
Yay! Whose dice was that?
Don't we
Wait.
always have to hear a thing?
Wait,
We get to hear a thing, right?
Did you say
You
supposed
said
to
you were
a
going to
thing?
do a thing.
When you cast a attack.
Yeah. So Snow's normal, chill countenance kind of hardens for a moment. His eyes glow a deeper blue, and his voice deepens as well. And you just hear him say, "Shatter." And he looses a very angry ray of frost.
Yo, dude. Yo. One of my bonds is that you must prove yourself to be battle worthy. You just spoke a different tongue and you crushed it.
He probably said it in Draconic.
Well, I don't know what it
most
was. It
people
sounded
probably
BA.
didn't understand.
He got it.
Oh, I got you.
But because it was in Dragon, you
Come
know
on.
it sounded extra.
Damage, let's go. Come on.
Alright.
Roar.
Actually, it's just max damage.
Yeah.
Double
Yeah, it
damage.
is.
Double damage. I'm sorry.
So it's double.
So double damage.
No, double. So you just rolled. What'd you get?
What's the die?
18. 18 to.
What's the die roll for?
7, 8,
18.
9. So 9 times 2 is 18. Plus.
No. The
D8.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
D8.
D8.
2d8, so it's 32 damage.
Yeah, it just
Plus
is.
3.
Okay, 35 damage.
Holy shit.
Whoa.
With a ray of
Dang.
frost. No less.
Dang. That's one frosty ray.
It's cold.
Frosty.
We did that.
To the beholder, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. So you see like this angry blue stream of frost. You see this ice encased over the beholder, and it kind of what is it? The ice cube kind of reach out across all the appendages and it shatters it off. But he's taking a good hit. But he's still floating around.
Reach deep, fallen dragon dead.
Dragon Dad.
North way.
Alright, so,
Tyrio on deck.
okay, so here's a hobgoblin that we are fighting. Right now, he's still untouched.
No, I poked him.
Poke. Okay,
You
fair
kind
enough.
of stab him.
So I'm gonna come around 10, 20.
No,
30.
no, no,
No.
no.
No, difficult
Half
terrain
speed.
though. Half
You're,
speed.
so you're counting each block as 10 feet. So you just move 20.
Guess, this would be 40. I mean, am I able to get close enough to it?
No, I don't think you are actually because that's a diagonal, which is
Yeah.
15
So
feet.
you're
If you
10,
pop a key point,
20, 30, right? And then you can go. This
No,
would
that's
be
be 45. But I'd be in the middle of the movie.
This is not 45.
That's a moonbeam,
like,
yeah.
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 Be the movie.
So I don't know what you want.
how far can you go if you pop a key point? Does it double it?
It does that one.
So you go up to.
Don't spend too long on this because it is 10 o'clock and I get the sense that Matt's trying to get us to actually finish this encounter before.
Alright, well, next
So
week
why
I
don't
guess
you key point run over here? Can't your key point will get you what 60, 120
Yeah,
feet?
but in rough
And
terrain, I mean, that's as far as I went in
100
terms of force.
No. If you're running straight at him, you go 120 feet. You're going to be able to move 12 blocks.
Where do you get 120 feet from?
Because you're 60 feet.
45.
60 feet for normal run. Or so 45, so 90 feet for normal run.
Right.
And then you double that when you key point so that you're doing 180 feet, so 18 blocks.
Oh, if you use
If
dash.
he uses it, yeah, if he's running, but he can't do any other action after that. So 1, 2,
Oh, he'd get there. Hurry.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, you're good if you wanted to do that, but that's your full action. Actually, you can always get there without key point.
If
1,
we get
2,
to the
You know what? I think I'll want to
7, 8, 9.
move right about here. And that way I have the option, depending on what you do, or otherwise, I can try to get to either.
so you're just running.
If you got right up next to me, I can impose disadvantage every time he attacks you, and you get magical resistance. The safest place to be is right next to me. Get there, dude. That way we can block him from messing anybody else up.
Fair enough. I mean, if I can't attack him,
Then he's gonna get
because I
us.
have to run, then
Right.
sure.
Okay.
All right.
There you
Well,
go.
what are you doing?
All right.
You're up there.
He's dashed and key pointed and all that fancy jazz.
Yep, taking a key point away now.
All right, Tyrio.
Okay, so I'm going to charge up a chromatic orb to level 2. And that'll put me down to 4 sorcery points left after this, so hopefully I hit. 16 to the beholder.
That's a hit.
Alright, cool. Alright, so, could somebody loan me a D8, please?
Yeah.
8, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Thunder. 5.
Okay.
13.
13 damage. So it was your. What'd you
And it was a chromatic orb.
Chromatic orb.
Thunder. Yeah.
So you said that's just kind of like a white crackling orb, and you hear this explosion of thunder inside the room, and it just, the beholder kind of rattles and shakes at the sound vibrations go through him for 13 damage. Cool. Tuzard.
Alright, the beholder's still standing. How does it look?
What?
How does the beholder look? Does it look almost dead, or?
He looks pretty beat up. I mean, he's still got some health left. But
Okay. Alright, yeah. I'm gonna cast like a ridiculous amount of magic missile.
Why not?
Just douse him in magic missile.
So, how much plus is it for each? So this is normally level 1. There's 3, and then 4, and then 5,
What is this, level 6?
and then 6.
I don't have any more. You
Any
can
more
go on
D6?
D4s.
Yeah, that's
D4, yeah, okay.
4, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
4.
I got 15 on my map.
15?
15 on my
Okay.
map, yeah.
Definite hits.
15. Can you give us back our dice?
No.
Yeah. 15. That's insane.
Magic missile, dude. One of the underestimated glories of awesome.
Right? Never misses.
Awesome was gas. You know, just.
Can we get pause real quick?
Sure. Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not okay.
You know, it would.
So that was. We thought it
21
was.
damage.
We thought it was less, but yeah, 21 damage.
21 damage.
Magic missiles.
Jeez. A lot of missiles. So, you fire all, and they sink into this rotting carcass of a beholder, and you see like bits of flesh spray against the wall and stuff like this, and it's yeah. You see kind of pus oozing out of it now. Yes. All right. So the beholder looks, and it doesn't do anything. It just kind of hovers there, motionless, but does make its check. So it's after it doesn't do anything, you see this kind of new animosity, this new rage emerge from it, and its teeth gnash together, and one kind of falls out. Okay, so the other folks, you see the illusion kind of look around, and it kind of looks over its shoulder at the miners, and you hear it utter more words, and he's basically saying, "Flood."
Oh no.
So the miners, they all take their pickaxes and they all start hacking at the wall. They start tinking, and water starts coming through at a more rapid rate. You have 2 rounds before the room is flooded, and they complete their work.
Great.
Wait. Is there a charm?
Yeah. Good charm. Okay.
Counter charm!
It's your turn.
Is that a?
It's an ability.
Yeah, is it like a reaction?
Yeah,
Like
I
counterspell?
always forget.
Who's on deck? Osman. You're ready to.
Oh, yeah, no,
You know that's
look
right.
so
No,
ready.
the hobgoblin.
So you're okay.
Sorry. It's at 58. The counter. Yeah, 54. Oh no! They're not within 30 feet.
What? They are. Oh, they're not.
The miners, right?
Yeah.
No, okay, I gotta move then.
That's an action. Use the cape.
Is it an action?
Yeah, just move up. Well, actually, yeah, I'm gonna dimension door over there. Actually,
That works too.
all right, move me onto the right ledge, I guess, right behind the dude with the shield.
You just Goku
Okay.
teleported.
Or did you want this? Did you say?
You want within
No,
30
that's-
feet, that's all.
You want this one?
No.
This one, okay.
There you go. So Andrew opens up this kind of dimension. He kind of steps through it and appears on top of the ledge on the other side.
Is this guy in the ledge minute or not?
No, he's on the ground.
Okay.
Anolo.
Yes. Well, Nola's gonna go ahead and throw down some more smitings, if you will. But that will be a bonus action. So let us. So bonus action, and this is going to be Thunderous Smite. My first attack. Nat 20.
Double damage.
Oh boy. Okay, so how do we do? So the
It's
You roll the die. It's double the die roll, or is it double the max
No,
damage?
it's just max damage and then double.
So 1d8 plus 6. So that's 1d. That's 8.
16 plus 6.
16 plus 6. That's 22 plus Thunderous Smite. Does that get doubled, or does that get?
No.
Just roll
Auto
for that
damage?
one. Yeah, roll for that one. That's
And
Just the initial strike.
2d6.
That'd be crazy if it doubled up on like your like.
Strike bonuses and all
Yeah.
Yeah. 8.
for a total of 30.
Yeah.
How do you want to do this?
Oh.
Also, I'd like you to know that it is going to push it back 10 feet. So what I want to do is baseball swing this motherfucker and slam it to the wall. Boom! And just blast them right into the wall.
Excellent.
That's outstanding.
So you wind up and you just knock him back 10 feet and splatters against the wall. You see this beholder body just squished and
Oh, gross.
yeah, kind of slide down slowly.
Oh.
Yes! That's how I want it to be.
The central eye closes for good.
Yes. That's
And
how
you're-
you do it,
And
Lord.
you're very lucky
Oh.
because if it was not a critical,
Yeah.
he'd be coming back.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Hey, it's all fun and games now, right?
Until somebody
someone-
loses.
Oh.
Roll con save. Roll con save. Ah, just
My
barely.
intel score went down.
All right. The hobgoblin who is in front of him, dead,
Yeah.
pulls out his long sword. He's taking a swing at you, and he misses wildly. Swings clear over your head. He's very distraught. He's looking around. He sees this dead beholder zombie thing. Looks around, sees Lucian, goes and he starts. He's gonna peel off and run to the other corridor.
How fast can he go?
You can go 33 squares.
1, 2.
You guys, you get an attack of opportunity if you wish to take it.
Yeah, of course I will. Where are you going?
Did you run through the moonbeam?
No, you ran around the moonbeam.
Okay.
I missed.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Well, I mean, maybe that's a hit. It does like a 15 hit?
No, sorry.
I think so.
There you go.
The thing in the middle of the room still there?
It's still there.
Alrighty. So he wasn't making it.
Alvin, Ned's on deck.
So I'd move
Yeah.
my moonbeam
But
over
he
to
was-
hit the hobgoblin. He needs to beat a 14 con save.
He does.
Okay, so he only takes half of this
Okay.
damage. So half of 12, 6 damage, radiant damage.
So this moonbeam moves and kind of sears him a little bit. You see parts of his back kind of smoke up and hiss. Yes. Are you moving?
No, I'm good where I'm at.
Ned.
I'm good. I'm all good.
I'm all good.
Damn it.
Ned's gonna move forward the like 2.5 spots you can go, so I guess 2.
Yep.
I'm just gonna take a crossbow out and shoot it at the arm of one of the miners.
Okay.
Try to get them to stop.
Which one?
Well, she's kind of trying to aim it through the beast, but she knows it's an illusion, so she's also aiming at the miner.
Okay.
Because she's pretty sure she's not hitting that thingy. The guy closest to the ice. That guy.
Okay.
Oh. 13.
It's stone.
13.
13. To hit.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
Oh! Sweet. Well, then I rolled
Through the illusion.
Yeah, it goes through the illusion and hits him. Yep.
Been wondering.
12 damage.
You ripped it all off.
Me too! I rolled the...
Yeah. So yeah, your crossbow bolt is like goes through the illusion, and you're like, you kind of uncertain of where he was, and poof, right in the back of his head, and blows his brains out against the wall.
Oh!
You brained him.
So yeah, get rid of that
That is
guy.
a stone cold killer today.
He's like stuck.
Me too!
He's like his head is just he's hung on
Trying
the
to
wall.
stop him.
Yeah,
Get
you
rid
stopped
of
him.
the ball.
No, you stopped him all
You
right.
stopped him, all right.
Stop
The
it.
assassin is showing itself.
Alright, Snow.
Snow, North on deck.
Oh, man.
I'm going to cast Snillock's Snowball.
Oh snap.
Let's see, is he...
Is he filling up all of those spots? Isn't that big?
Like he's that big.
He isn't there at all, though. He's an illusion.
Snowball all of these people.
But if there's anything in there,
That's
like
what I was saying.
making it around it, it could fall.
That's
yeah,
true.
Yeah, I don't have a better idea.
Like, you make monsters around you all the time.
Freeze the wall?
I was considering Sleet Storm, but it doesn't say it freezes water.
Oh, whoops. Well,
Okay.
what about the cone of frost?
So
I don't
I'm
have
sorry.
fire
Hold on. With since the crossbow bolt fired through the illusion disappears.
Ooh!
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Well done.
Is there anything there? It's just gone. So Ned is both like really glad and really guilty feeling right now.
Yeah, you brain pan.
I did a good thing and I totally did a bad thing that I didn't mean to do.
So don't suppose the miners are like,
No, they're still
they're still
There's
doing
still
their
an
thing.
entity here.
they're still charmed.
We're still in combat.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
are.
this guy.
They're
No.
still.
Something
Not
is
him.
still controlling everything.
Oh, we don't know. It's not
Something
there.
made the illusion because the illusion didn't
It's not.
dissipate.
It's
Perception?
Damn it.
What?
Damn it.
What are we doing? Snow.
Perception check. See if we're missing something here.
It's trying to look. You're
Like,
trying to look
anything
for
else in the room?
invisible-
Okay. Roll perception.
Oh, hey.
15.
What you notice that the wall behind where the water is coming out is looking pretty flimsy, and that's pretty much all you're going to see.
You can't freeze it.
Alright.
Frozen that shit.
So,
Frozen, come on.
here's what Sleep Storm says.
What about Ray of Frost though?
Ray of Frost is just going to cause ice damage.
Put a hole in
And
it.
it's it's like a spot. Until the spell ends, freezing rain and sleet fall on a 20-foot tall cylinder with a 40-foot radius centered on a point of your choose. The area is heavily obscured and the exposed plane in the area is doused. The ground in the area is covered with slick ice, making it difficult terrain when a creature, all the falls prone stuff, blah blah blah.
So it does make ice.
It makes freezing rain,
it
so it
doesn't
would freeze onto the surface of something cold, perhaps.
One would assume, but
Mr. DM, would it freeze the water?
I like it. Let's do it.
alright. I'm going to sleet storm that entire area.
Okay.
Thanks.
He could take
Is he, yeah, he's in it.
You got a winter
Oh, yeah.
coat, though, right?
What's the
Yeah, he
radius?
It is a 40-foot radius.
Oh yeah.
Andrew's in the winter
So Andrew's gonna get hit.
I don't like kobolds.
And they're all getting hit, right? What's the DC?
It is a DC of cold. I want to say
You're not playing tonight, buddy.
Okay, the miners slip and fall, and they fall prone. Andrew, you got to make a dex check.
Oh, good. So they stopped hacking at the wall. Chop.
Oh no!
Oh.
Andrew,
I fell.
you fall off the edge and take a d6.
Oh.
3 damage.
It's okay, guys. I'm
Yeah.
not
You bruise a noble cheekbone.
All right, Northwind.
tougher than I look.
No, what have I
Well,
done
I
to his
guess,
perfectly coiffed hair?
Diamond, I'm hurting you.
I'm gonna just try to get closer to the combat, but not too up in there. So I'm just gonna move. Well, that's actually a bad guy too.
I think another guy's over here.
You know, I think I'm gonna go as far as I can. So let's see. I'm gonna dash again, but let's see. So
You do so you can do 9 blocks. If you run full run, 9 blocks.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Diagonal's gonna be
6, 7. Right, 'cause it has to be double.
Yeah.
8, 9. I'll be on this side, so I can either swing at this guy.
No, you just did a full round action.
No. I'm saying next turn I can
Yeah.
either swing back at that.
Yeah,
guy.
you were just. You
Running
want to
up
hit
it.
the kobold?
He can't. He
I
just did a
can't.
full
I
round
can't
action.
dash. Otherwise, I literally would have
Okay.
just been standing somewhere around here,
Yeah.
wondering what to do with myself.
Okay, okay. Tyrael.
So I don't know how to make this guy reveal himself, really. If a guy's invisible and you cast light in the center of a room, will he still cast shadow? Or make a shadow?
Boy, is that a philosophical question.
There's a spell called Fairy Fire that would light
Yeah.
up, that will illuminate invisible people. But I don't think anyone here has it.
Well, that's what my branding smite does.
I feel
It's
like
kind
I
of
learned
verified.
so much about spells when we start asking questions like that.
And I think it only affects a certain area, so you
Yeah.
have to like.
Yeah, you need
guess
fire
where it is.
or
Yeah, you have
true
to-
sight or something.
Is that?
It's 2 20s and 2 1s from me tonight.
Inconsistent. The gold die is not your friend.
It's just my. I do that all the time.
But at the same time, you don't want to give up them
I
20s.
mean, I'm slowly bipolar. Come on.
Wouldn't happen to have anything that makes you go
Nope.
into the
Where's that
interdimension,
hallway
would you?
going? I'm sorry to interrupt you, Rick.
This hallway?
Approximately this way.
Come on, dude. You're supposed to know what you're supposed to be doing.
I'm gonna move towards that hallway. I mean, I was trying to think of something that I could do to make this guy reveal.
Is you?
Yeah.
I think he moves just like 3 spots.
Well, I mean, if I dash,
Oh, that's true. You want to move 3 more?
yeah, just move 3 more.
I mean, since that's
Yeah.
the action.
I got nothing.
So,
Well, there's still a kobold, but like.
Isn't that our
Is this
kobold?
guy still
No.
alive?
no.
Two Zard.
Oh,
Hobgoblin.
no, right.
We're fighting hobgoblins. Just this once, the kobold's on our side.
No, she brain panda.
He's still alive, right?
She brain panda.
Oh no, his head
Oh,
exploded.
I thought
like,
you said it went through the illusion or something.
Oh, it did.
no, it's like he was,
I was
in
aiming
a
for his
gunfight
arm.
in a Tarantino movie.
Choose
It's
our
just-
turn.
I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna Ray Frost the Hobgoblin.
Okay.
I guess.
He's probably pretty beat up.
Yeah, I gotta hit him.
What is that?
That's an 8 plus whatever. My spell AC, which is 6.
That's a miss.
That's 14.
He fires over his shoulder.
Can I also do like an Arcana check on what I've put
You're trying to
together
figure out
from
the
this
stuff?
illusion magic that's just like not a
Yeah, go ahead.
spell?
Yep.
You read my thoughts. I don't know why.
15 plus your stat.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Oh.
Okay. 21. So, from your extensive knowledge and experience and talking with Zook and other people, it suddenly dawns on you that this is not a creature normal to this plane. This isn't what is called an aboleth.
You've been dying to put one of these in.
And you know that if you are within 1 mile of an aboleth lair, that it can project itself as an illusion, and it affects all the terrain within 1 mile of its lair.
So it's not even necessarily anywhere near here.
It could be, or a mile away.
Son of a bugbear.
That was good.
I have a feeling that's what's in the lab, guys. I tell everybody about this. Guys, there's an aboleth. This thing is projecting illusions. It could be really far away. It can like get into our heads. This is gonna be bad.
Yeah, it's gonna be super
That's the worst could happen.
Well, wait. Can you counterspell whatever it's projecting out here, or like this stuff on the ooze in the ground?
It's not a spell.
It's an effect of it being in the region.
It's nature.
Really?
Yeah, no.
It's an aberration of what distorts reality.
It makes it gooey, apparently.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I hate it.
I also hate it.
So whose turn is it after this?
We'll be up to the top of that.
Oh,
order
yeah.
again.
My turn?
Yeah.
So, can I figure out, like, if I stand up again, will I lose my turn? If I fall? If I fail?
No, you stand up, you lose half your movement.
Okay, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to counter charm these poor slaves.
Okay. What's that do?
Okay, so they get an advantage on their saving throw versus the charm that's on them.
They save. Woohoo! So they all kind of like, and they're on the ground. They're like, oh, this is bad. Oh. They look around very confused about everything as they come to. Okay. Nolo.
I'm a running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. So the hobgoblin looks around and is like, ah! It takes a swing wildly at Nolo. Does a 22 hit you?
Bite the skin of your teeth.
Oh boy.
This hobgoblin got a
Lucky
epic hit.
swing.
Yeah.
Love to swing.
Yeah, you take. He kind of looks at you like, ah! She swings his longsword back, and it kind of just pokes you real brief. You take 5 points of damage,
I'll take 5.
and then he continues running.
Does he?
Oh.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
You do.
Like all three of us are going
Yeah.
to.
No, he's just.
very-
He's,
Adios,
Oh,
Nacho.
Nacho.
Poor little boy.
you
Well,
miss.
yeah, no,
Ooh,
11.
1.
Oh.
Wait, I can reroll ones! I'm a halfling! 17! That's so much better. Yeah, so that's gonna hit because it's like a 24.
Yeah, that's a hit. Roll damage.
I will. 4. 9.
How do you want to do this?
Oh. I'm gonna cut his caps off.
You see the kind of red guy sticking. You're like, ah! Slash.
I've done this
You
before.
get a big, a good hunk of hobgoblin calf meat. Just falls to the ground, and then it goes.
Oh. Yeah, you do.
I'm like, I'm not
Based
Sly
on-
Barrel
yeah.
anymore. I am.
I've done this
Hobgoblin
before.
killer.
And that is, we are out of combat.
She's also still covered in blood from the last time because you refused to clean her when she asked.
Refuse.
Yeah, you said no.
No, there's real stuff going on.
You must look like
I'm
the
savage.
most blood crazy micro savage.
All right, so that's where we're at. The image is gone.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and dispel that sleep storm now.
Okay.
Good
The
idea.
sleep storm stops, and it looks like the water has been frozen over in a kind of waterfall-esque
Oh.
pose.
Cool
Okay.
patterns.
Yes. And the miners, they look really perturbed and scared, and a lot of other things.
I would like to approach these very scared and confused miners and just be like, hey guys, so here's the thing. We're the good guys. I know this looks a little iffy, but just let me assure you, one, that it's all good. And here, just have a good berry. I'm sure it's been a rough day. Just chew on that for a second, and then maybe just leave. Just leave
That's-
this place. This place is evil.
Make a persuasion check.
Ned's gonna back you up on that.
With advantage, then.
Okay.
The blood's
I
so
will
tapped.
It's persuade. It's a 17.
17.
Plus.
They're like, you don't have to tell us twice. They just grab the Vex axes and they're just kind of slogging through the mucus again. They're just getting
Ned's
their
gonna
heights out.
get the keys out to get their shackles off.
Yeah, okay, that helps.
And, and that's like, and covered in blood, she's like saying all kinds of nice things at them, and it just, she's grinning and.
Just enjoy the good berries and bounce, guys. Just have a good one.
You wouldn't believe where I found these keys.
Yeah.
Really cost that one guy an arm and a leg.
And I think with that, we're going to end tonight.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good night.
Hey.